Do you want to rep the best NFL wide receiver possibly ever? Justin Jefferson. We are selling the Justin Jefferson JJ Air Jettas sweatshirts, hoodies, and t-shirts on our website. Just go to 10ktakesmn.com/shop to either buy a hoodie, a t-shirt, or get them both. Get the combination. It's a combination of things. So get them both. And we're only running this for a very limited time. Okay, so you only have until this Friday, November 25th at noon Central Time that you can purchase these products. So don't miss this. If you want to rep Justin Jefferson in the best way ever, get our Air Jettas, the 10K Air Jettas hoodie or shirt or both. You have this Friday, November 25th at noon. Get it now.
The hoodies are made by Champion, so they're high quality. Go get them.
And they're made by Champion because Justin Jefferson is a champion.
Yes, he is.
He will be a champion. So
he's the champion regardless of what happens to the Vikings in our hearts. So we love JJ. So go to 10ktakesmn.com/shop and get it today.
On this episode of It's a Bit, we're joined in person with our friend E. White, on-air host for 101.3 KDWB and iHeartRadio stations. He does some stuff with Fox 9. You've probably seen him all over the internet. Good friend of the show, E. White. We're also going to go through our bits of the week as usual and end off this program with the Thanksgiving food drafts. We're filming this 2 nights before Thanksgiving, so we're going to draft our favorite Thanksgiving foods. So all that and more on It's a Bit.
You're listening to the It's a Bit podcast presented by 10,000 Takes.
You just made the roster.
Janine Empire called 10,000 Takes.
Fucking like that?
Hey, you know those guys that do 10,000 takes? They do some funny bits, right?
They're good. They're funny dudes.
Yeah.
10,000 Take.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of It's a Bit presented by 10,000 Takes. My name is Bossman, joined by producer Cam, Wags, and journalist Jake. And it was a bad sports weekend. We had Gopher football losing the heartbreak to Iowa. We were at that game, freezing our tits off. The Wild won in OT, thank God. Goose Goligoski celebrating his 1,000th game, did that. And then the Vikings got absolutely clowned on Sunday.
Fuck.
They got skull fucked by the Dallas Cowboys.
That was
Out of all teams.
Yeah, that was such a Minnesota Vikings loss. Like the week that we beat the Bills and everyone's like, the Vikings are for real. That's when they go and lose 43-3? 40-3. That's
No,
ridiculous.
not 43.
It should have been.
It should have been worse.
People were paying $225 to sit in the nosebleeds to watch the Vikings lose 40-3 in prime time.
Those tickets were insanely
it's a tough look.
ridiculously expensive for a Vikings game. They weren't dropping because me and Wags were trying to go, and tickets were not dropping. Even 30 minutes before game time, they were still $250 for the highest level. I'm like, I'm not going to this game for that much, dealing with what in that area of the stadium you're going to be dealing with Cowboys fans. I'm not dealing with those Yankee, Dodger, fucking Golden State Warrior fucking asshole fans.
That's what I was going to say. It was only that expensive because of the Cowboy, Yankee, Dodger fans. Because there's so many fake-ass people around here that are Cowboy fans.
It is disgusting when other fans come into your stadium and they start they end up becoming the loudest fans, and they're the ones who are shaking the stadium. It happened at both the Gopher game and the Vikings game. And I mean, good on them. Good for them for coming out and supporting their teams, but I hate it with a fucking passion.
Well, most of the time you'd say this fan base travels well because there's so many away fans in US Bank, but then you remember with teams like the Cowboys, they're fucking bandwagon fans.
Yeah.
They're not traveling well. They're people who live here or near here who just root for a good team, America's team.
I will say on the other end, though, like when you are the away team and you can make that other stadium quiet, like when we were in Buffalo and the Vikings won that game, greatest feeling ever.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Any team who plays in SoFi because
they don't have
either the Chargers or Rams can't find enough fans to fill at least half the stadium. Unbelievable.
Do you remember when the Vikings played the Chargers when they were still in that soccer stadium? And it was literally all Vikings.
Yeah. It was where LAFC plays.
Yeah.
I had friends at that game, and I was like, wow, it's mostly purple.
Yeah.
I don't think Chargers fans exist. Maybe when they moved from San Diego, everyone's like, no, I'm done with football now.
Cam, you're absolutely right though. If you're the away team and you show up and you can actually start getting your team to be chanting and stuff like that would probably be one of the greatest feelings in the world.
Right, but that's not even the biggest issue. Like if you're like the road team, of course you're going to cheer and stuff, and we did that in Buffalo. I did that when I went to Nebraska. It was great, but the difference between Iowa fans and Cowboys fans who are some terrible, like Iowa fans like down in Iowa are great, but the ones who travel are horrible. Usually they're like getting in your face, like, hey, fuck you, fuck your boat. Or like Cowboys fans, I remember last year when we went to the game when I went to the game and we lost to Cooper Rush. The fans were just screaming. I saw a Cowboys fan getting right into the ear of a random Vikings fan. This is our year. Fuck you. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, you can cheer, but don't be getting in our faces. You're being an annoying asshole, and I guarantee you're from fucking Minneapolis.
I'm pretty sure in order to sign the contract to be a Cowboys fan, you have to have a criminal record.
That, and you also have to prove your fandom to the Lakers, Golden State, or anyone else.
And
who's
Yankees,
good.
yes.
Or Astros at this point.
Yeah, maybe you're an Astros
and you're a
fan.
fan of the entire Live Golf Tour. You're like, I fully support this and nothing else.
Yeah.
Dude, Jake,
It's
you
so
were
annoying.
you were definitely, especially after that Iowa game.
was
I've
living.
never seen like it was like at least 35 minutes after the game we were still waiting in line to take the bus back, and like there was Iowa fans in front of us, and you just kept like would randomly start shaking your head and be like, I fucking hate Iowa, and you were I've not seen it that mad in a while.
Well, I mean, that game was disappointing, but then there's Iowa fans like cheering, like getting in your face and shit. And I'm like, okay, I would rather the Gophers go 0-12 every single season for the rest of my life than live in that fucking horrid state. It's literally flat land and come and goes. I get to go. Guess what I get to do later tonight or tomorrow? I get to go watch the Minnesota Wild. I get to go to watch the Vikings. I can go to a plentiful amount of bars. I get to go to the woods. I get to go to lakes. I get to explore a terrain of a state that actually has variety. You have nothing in that state.
You could go boo Rudy Gobert and then have him talk shit about it in the press.
Exactly.
You have the freedom to do that because we have an NBA team.
And we have an NBA team. We have an amount of options of things to fucking do in this state.
The only cool thing that Iowa has is Diamond Joe, and that's practically Minnesota anyway.
That's literally Minnesota.
We claim that as ours because we give them all the money for that.
Well, and guess what? The second Minnesota legalizes sports gambling, no one's ever going back to Diamond Joe's ever again.
Exactly. So we can officially just rid of Iowa. Get rid of them.
Yeah, that was a cold game too, and I remember, if you guys remember on the way, I was really close to taking the over. I'm like, well, 32 points is just far too little for a Big Ten rivalry like this. And I know it was cold, and we started Kalikamanakakis or
Kalikaman kiss my ass.
I know how to pronounce his name, but now the bit is pronouncing it wrong every time. Khaki Mantis. Like starting him, we knew we were going to run the ball the whole game, and it was going to be low scoring. But that fumble that Mo had right in front of us, we were sitting. We ended up making our way down to the lower level. And that happened like right in front of us, and it was like I think my mouth was just wide open for like 5 minutes because I was just in shock that we were that close. That would have been a fun celebration. We would have charged the field.
We were talking about it too
in our
on
boots,
that last drive
in our
down.
snow pants. God, dude,
I was sick as fuck on Saturday. Otherwise, I would have been there. And I was watching like your Snapchat stories. I'm like jealous because it looks fun, but at the same time, it looks fucking miserable.
Yeah. I mean, if you bundled up and you drank enough, you'd be fine.
Cam, you should have just went there.
I had a fever of
sucked it up.
100.2, so no.
Dude, I was telling Jack, because you were sick. I literally was telling him that I went to. We always played Iowa almost the last game of the year, and in 2010 they were like 2-9. They had just fired Tim Brewster, and they ended up winning the game. But I went to the game with 101-degree fever.
You're just built different.
I was like 14.
I'm not sure why you're bragging about that, though. Right, like, that's a health concern.
Hey, I know, but I'm just saying, you said you had a
responsible.
fever.
No.
I went to the game, so.
Yeah, he went to the game in 2010, Cam. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you,
for
dude.
real.
Yeah, fuck you. Adam Weber.
Hey, I see. It was kind of miserable being, in 12-degree weather all day. But the fact that it was the last home game, and then like we kept looking at each other, Big Ten football. I don't know. It made it kind of fun. So I did enjoy that.
The fact that it was miserable was like what made it fun, though. Like,
Yeah.
that's the bit. That's why I kept saying it there. I'm like, I kind of wish the Vikings played outside for this reason because
I love it.
Embracing the misery is you can use it to your advantage, especially on the field. But then I don't think a lot of Cowboys fans would show up if that game was outside.
Yeah, I already forgot how windy that day was because I was watching. We made like a shit tailgater say at tailgates video, and like you could barely even hear us. It was so fucking windy.
Yeah, the wind was bad and it was cold, but threw on the liquor blanket. I think I was wearing 5 layers.
We had a field day setting up the canopy and tent, and some others did around us. So, but we found a way to.
We had fucking Iowa
engineer
fans chirping us as we were
well,
doing
fuck
it.
them.
Oh, by the way, when we pulled up, I don't know if you guys saw this. I think you were initially setting up the tent. The people from Iowa who were just a couple rows over from us in the tailgate lot, They were like pulling a porta potty closer to their truck.
Yeah.
They got it halfway there, and then someone was like, "What the hell are you doing? Like, put it back." And they're like, "Oh, okay." Like, this isn't Iowa. This isn't lawless.
Bro, you don't pull a porta potty towards your thing. Other people utilize the porta potty.
This is not the Wild
Goodness
West.
gracious.
You can't just walk to the
You
porta
can't
potty?
just take a porta potty.
Well, thankfully, it was an Iowa fan who told him to put it back, because if a Minnesota fan would have said something to that guy, he would have started shit.
Yeah, they probably would have been a fist fight.
Mhm.
And this was at about 10 a.m. So this is nice and early.
Dude,
5
there's,
hours before game time.
Before sitting right, there was a lot of Iowa fans there, and sitting right in front of Jack and I was an Iowa fan who was also a Cowboys fan.
Shut up.
Yep, there you go.
So he had a great fucking weekend.
That was awful.
The paradigm is true. Of they probably roots for the Yankees.
North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, they're filled with fucking
Probably a Red
with
Bull
Cowboy
Racing
fans
fan.
because there's just
Yep.
like, I'm America's team. I don't have
Yep.
another team to root for.
Probably loves the
Dumb.
Tampa Bay Lightning. Probably loves Red Bull Racing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
go
a-
Astros.
What a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. All right,
Asshole.
let's get into bit of the week. We'll start on the far left here. Cam, what do you got?
So I was going to do the hibernation bit because I did nothing this weekend, but something funny as hell happened on social media. I think he posted it today, but you know how Melvin Gordon just got released from the Broncos? So he posts on his Instagram story a picture of him and OJ's white Bronco with like cops chasing, obviously, and it says, haha, boy, y'all fans was hell. Thank y'all too, Broncos country. Let's at least laugh on the way out. Just the mic drop bit.
Yeah.
Fucking classic.
That reminds me of that O lineman for the Jets a couple years ago when they were basically winless, who got traded from the Jets to, I think, the Chiefs, or basically a team that was undefeated. I can't remember. And he took a photo of himself wearing full pads, calling a cab in New York, like wearing his cleats, helmet, and everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, New York, I'm out," or something. He went from a winless team to an undefeated team. And he got traded right before the deadline, and that's what he did. So I'm all for players doing something funny on their way out.
True. I think Melvin Gordon kind of had the release coming. I mean, he's been a fumble machine. I guess not even just this year. In the past, he has as well. But that was a classic bit. Congratulations to
He's
Melvin
also
Gordon.
got a DUI under his belt. So
He's just winning everywhere.
I just love
he had
because
some wine with some friends. That was his explanation.
I just love the Broncos getting shit on even more now because they're doing so bad with Russell Wilson that this just even puts the nail in the coffin for the Broncos this year. This is great.
I don't understand. I mean, it has to all go on Nathaniel Hackett, right? I mean,
Yeah, I think Russ is probably fine.
Yeah.
And they've got good receivers. They've got a pretty good defense. It's definitely Hackett.
There's no way he makes it past this year.
That first game was red flags. Like the clock management, that first game, it's like, I don't think this guy is capable of doing this.
Well, I think last week too, he relinquish play calling duties and he gave it to his OC. That's what I heard. So
Jeez,
that's not a good. It's never a good sign.
They might need to Frank Reich him. Is there any really good historic O lineman who played for with Peyton in Denver that could come and coach that team?
Matt Paradis.
That's a proven method. Yeah.
Dude, did you see what Sirianni said to Colts fans after the
Yeah.
game?
He's
That
like,
was for Frank Reich.
dude. So people were comparing him, like screaming at Colts fans, being all pumped up to Pat Bev winning the play-in game and like running around with his shirt off. It's like, congrats, you beat the Colts, who tied the Texans and who have been the laughing stock of the NFL with their head coach situation, their quarterback situation. Nothing is going well for them, and you just beat them 17-16 because we literally lost the game for ourselves.
Yeah.
And now you're celebrating by screaming. I wouldn't be too happy after that win. That raises some red flags for the Eagles.
It's very close.
When that happened, there was a lot of people without context who were like, "This is the biggest D-bag coach in the NFL for celebrating this hard after against beating a 4-6 team."
I get it, but like, what did you expect the Colts to do?
Yeah, they were big underdogs,
Reich,
weren't they?
right? Yeah, and Reich totally abandoned Matt Ryan. Like he was out of his goddamn mind at the end. Like, what did you expect Irsay to do? We would not have won another game the rest of the year.
Hey,
So-
in Reich's
Playoffs.
defense, having fucking Irsay as your owner all the time might drive you crazy.
Yeah, dude. So Irsay had a massive psychological play on Sunday. So he said, "We're gonna play outside." I heard this story. We're gonna play outside. We're gonna open the roof. It's gonna be a cold day. So Saturday had the team practice outside all week, and then 2 hours before game time, he hit the button. Which, if you don't know what the button does, it's a button in his office that closes the roof.
15 minutes.
Oh, was it 15 minutes?
Yeah.
So, you know what? People say owners aren't on the field, so they don't really contribute, but I beg to differ. Because Jim Irsay clearly has the psychological means to throw him off.
It just kills me every time I hear a story about him. He literally is Jerry Jones from Wish.
Yeah,
He's fucking
Did you guys
awesome.
listen to any of his press conferences when he brought in like Jeff Saturday? He was like, "We're in the upper quartile
Yeah, we
of the upper quartile." It's like, oh my god,
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
we did a whole breakdown. I think you weren't here for that episode, but I'm like I did one of those things where I'm like, I know people don't care about the Colts around here, so I try to limit what I talk about them on this podcast. But that was a week where I'm like, I got to talk about this. 'Cause
Yeah.
what a fucking dumpster fire, which they have gracefully recovered from. I would say they should have won Sunday.
They
But
definitely look a lot better than when Reich was their coach.
yeah, hard lesson for Saturday, but you know, he's just like he's a motivator. Like he gets the guys pumped up. I mean, Reich was a good dude, but he just didn't have that edge, that charm, you know, to get the guys going because it's been so long since he's been on the field. You know, he lost that edge. So.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Irsay just didn't make himself head coach. He seems like he wants to run everything himself. So.
Yeah, I think that's the next move
Yeah,
probably.
He's like, Saturday's not working. He loses another game. He's fired. I'm making myself the Hay King.
He'll just do a line on the sideline and then run a fake punt on like 4th and 30.
Yeah, say fuck it.
Or he'll drive out of the tunnel in like a Corvette, just drive it all over the field.
Yep.
An Indy car.
Yep.
All right, Jake, what do you got for your bet?
I got the Mr. Beast bit. If people don't know who Mr. Beast is, he's probably owns the internet right now. He's won the game. He, does these very elaborate videos where, you do stuff for a very long, strenuous amount of time, whether it's like, you got to sit in somewhere for 24 hours or stay somewhere for so many days or to win a bunch of money or you can't take your hand off something to win it or something like that. But I can apply this in life by if you do something for a long, strenuous amount of time, maybe longer than you want to. And in this case, I was deer hunting last week, and I do this, mostly every year. So I don't know why I keep doing it for my sanity, but I probably sat in a deer stand for 10 hours straight in the middle of the woods last Thursday to not see a damn thing. It almost felt like I was just doing a challenge at this point. So if you do anything and I'm like, this is like a fucking Mr. Beast video.
Guys,
This is
I'm going to
exactly
sit
what it
out in the
is.
woods for 10 hours. And if I don't make it, I got to give this guy $5 million.
Yeah, I'm going to do this for a deer. I'm going to risk myself getting frostbite to sit here for maybe a deer, maybe. But that's just the bit. Is I think a lot of things you do, whether it be driving long distances or whatever it may be, you can call it the Mr. Beast bit because you're doing stuff for a long, strenuous amount of time for probably not for nothing.
Jake, was that PTO well spent?
For sure. I will say for
At least
sure.
you weren't on a computer. It is
Yeah,
it is nice to get away from the internet and
Locking
computers.
in.
It
was
was
your
nice
primal
being
side.
outside for sure. Like it kind of sucked not getting a deer, but it was nice. But it was kind of cold, and then I go into the cold on Saturday. Then
Yeah, but it prepared you for Saturday.
it prepared me for Saturday. But then by Saturday night, it's like I've just colded myself out with these Mr. Beast challenges. So, but yeah, challenge yourself to sit outside or do something for a long period of time is the Mr. Beast bit. Like what we all did on Saturday. We were outside for probably damn near close to 10, 11 hours, including tailgating. And it takes a lot of fucking mental endurance and physical power to stay in the cold that long or do something that long. And there you have it.
I'm about to work a 9-hour day at my job.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
I'm about to work 8-hour days in my job. I got to make it all the way through before quitting, or else I'm
I
gonna
don't get
die.
paid.
Dude, I always made jokes about Mr. Beast because, like, he's almost done it all at this point. Like, he recreated Squid Games. He built his own chocolate factory, like, from Willy Wonka.
He owns a bunch of restaurants.
Yeah, I'm like, there's going to be a point where this guy needs to keep one-upping himself, and he doesn't know how. So what I said he's going to do next is he's going to be like, hey, guys, I went to Ukraine, and I bought this tank and loaded it up. We're going to see how many kills we can get in it against the Russians.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna have to get involved in world conflicts at some point to keep one-upping the content.
Well, he's already talked about, like, when he dies, like, all of his close friends who are all in his videos, he's going to do last hand on the casket contest.
Yeah.
Oh, my
or
God.
gravestone.
Last
yeah.
hand on his grave or casket
That-
is going to get all his money.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how is he supposed to? He has to keep growing, right? Because you get to a point where you're so big, you're addicted to growing. You're addicted to the game. That's why you're such a champ at it. He's gonna have to just keep one-upping himself.
He's just going to eventually just do a challenge where he drops someone on Mars. If they stay on Mars for 100 days, they'll win $100,000.
Him and Elon are buddies. They're always tweeting
Yeah.
at each other. He could get a hookup through that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna. Okay, I think by the time I die, Mr. Beast will own a country somewhere. He'll buy an island.
It's gonna be called
and,
Mr.
like,
Beast.
and he'll,
I mean,
like,
he has bought islands, but like he'll own like a flat out country and have a government.
Or he's
and
gonna
everything.
create a country from
Yeah.
it or something.
It's gonna be like the Vatican, but Mr. Beast.
It'll just be he's gonna own the world. I think at one point.
He's like, we're gonna play tag around the world, and if you can catch me, you get to keep this country. It's like, what?
Yeah, you get to become the governor and president of this country.
It's a small island in the Bahamas, but
Yeah.
it is your country.
Yeah,
so,
it's crazy.
Yeah, that
Mr. Beast.
I do love that bit, and I do love Mr. Beast, so I can appreciate that one. All right, Wags, what do you got?
I got the unveiling bit. Last Friday, November 18th, the boys here went to MOA to watch the Twins unveil their brand new jerseys. They were released to mixed reactions, one would say. We posted a picture, and we got comments ranging from, oh, this is fucking awesome, to this is the worst shit I've ever seen my entire life. And it just ranged the gambit. So, I mean, would you guys say W or L in the end for the Jays?
Let's go around the room. We'll start with Cam.
W.
A massive W for you.
I did that just for you.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Thank you.
I think it was a W, too. I like that they're bringing back pinstripes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do kind of like the M. I know it does look a lot like the Marlins, and I get that, but I think it's different enough. I really like the, what is it, Twin Cities?
Yeah, those are
the
great.
black and
Yeah.
white
Alternate
ones.
one.
Kind of remind me of like a throwback, almost like a Field of Dreams style type jersey. I know people are like, it's basically the White Sox, which is somewhat true, but I like the color scheme.
But that's just
funny
that color scheme is like was a generic color scheme like back in the
yeah,
day.
do you know how
Like
hard
that-
it
a
is
lot
to be
of teams had
original
that.
these
Yeah.
days?
Yeah, come on, people.
We can't just invent a color.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, you can,
we
but
could
Well,
try
it's-
to.
It's funny that they say that. Like, I guess maybe I didn't get a good look at it, but is it black? I thought it was.
Yeah.
it's black
gray,
and white.
yeah. I
guess
Black,
you guys
white,
were there.
black, white, and then the hat is blue, and the TC is white.
Yeah, I would also say that they W, except for like the M hat, which Jack you mentioned right away, kind of looks like the Marlins.
Yeah. I think we'll come around to that though.
Yeah, I agree, but like just initial impressions, it doesn't look great. But who knows? Maybe a year from now, after getting used to it, we'll all love it, right?
I mean, some
Yeah, we
people,
win a World
some
Series.
people seem like it's the end of life that we have these jerseys
I know.
now. I will always be perplexed at how upset people get over what the team wears.
Or what court they play on.
It has nothing
I
to
know,
do
right?
with the outcome
Cam?
of the game.
Who the
Like,
fuck would do that?
Yeah, no, I think they're a W as well. I like that they're changing, just trying to change the look. You know, it's doing something different. They've had like the same logo. I mean, they've changed their jerseys up a little bit in the last decade, but like they're changing things shit up. I like the pinstripes they brought back.
Gotta have pinstripes.
And I like, the M, they're trying to do Minnesota because they are the Minnesota Twins in the end. They're adding a Minnesota, like they're doing, because they used to have that M,
Yeah.
They're just trying to do a play on that.
The old M.
It's fine.
The only thing there's two things I hate. One, we don't have those baby blue uniforms anymore.
Yeah, those
which
were
were
sweet. I
fantastic. And
agree.
two,
Sexy, yeah.
Jack and I wasted a couple $100 because
Yeah.
we bought and Correa's probably gone. So
Is he actually gonna be gone?
I don't know.
So
for
we got
sure,
hit
but
by a double whammy
probably.
there. Fuck.
Well, now it's a vintage collector's
It
item.
is though. It
Yeah,
is.
true.
We're different.
We are.
Do you know how many
different.
people after that event got in line and bought new stuff? I'm like, I guess that makes my stuff more rare
True.
because they're gonna
Yeah,
not wear
so
that
keep
anymore.
it.
They're gonna wear the new stuff.
True. Yeah, but
Vintage.
that last Friday was like a complete experience. So we went to
That was
check in,
sweet.
and then they were like, "Are you guys influencers or media?" And I think we ended up going with influencers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
And then-
influencers. Okay, you go this way.
And so they just walked us right up to the front row, and they sat us down literally right in front of the fucking, I guess, they had like a baseball diamond catwalk type thing, and the players literally walked out in front of us. There was, when Byron Buxton walked by, and we were like, "What's up, Buck?" And he was like, "What's up, guys?" And so, which was hilarious. He looked sexy, by the way. I loved his jersey.
Yep.
But yeah, that was hilarious. We heard a bunch of people yell, 10K, 10K, when we were sitting down. We couldn't see anyone because we were at the
Behind us.
MOA, and everyone
Got a
was
couple
billowing up.
random DMs. It seems to always happen at Twins games, but a couple random DMs of just pictures of us, which is it is what it is. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I think that was a solid way to spend a Friday, and better yet, we worked very hard to post 3 videos during that hour span, so we earned a trip to Hooters after.
Yeah, we did. We earned it.
We were the only influencer / media who celebrated with the post game to Hooters.
Yeah, we thought there was. I think everyone else missed the memo on the post game media party at Hooters, but the fourth floor.
We're influencers.
Yeah,
That was my first time at a Hooters. Delicious wings.
Yeah,
so.
no,
yeah.
It's pretty key. The only Hooters. I think that was my second time ever at Hooters, and it was at that same location. I've never been to a standalone Hooters location.
Because last year in February, hence the most boring time of the year, we had the unofficial 10K bar crawl in the MOA, and we
Yeah.
did stop at Hooters.
Yeah, it has to be a
about
stop
that.
on the list at the MOA if you're doing a bar crawl,
Unsanctioned
obviously.
event.
Yes,
Exhibition bar crawl.
Mm-hmm.
But
We'll
yeah.
do more of those.
All right, I'll close us out here with the beer slushy bit. We talked about the Gopher game Saturday. I think the temp was like 12, but the real feel had to have been in the negatives with the wind. And when it's so cold and you're watching outdoor football, that your beer turns into a slushy instantly. I bought a Minnesota Golden Light, and I think 5 or 6 minutes after I bought it, it was already kind of slush. And when you like have to bend it a certain way for the ice to get out, the slush to get out. Yep. And for all the people who are chirping me like, you couldn't drink that in less than 10 minutes, I'm like, no, I pregame the shit out of this game. It's like freezing cold out,
beer, yeah.
And I have to watch both these teams punt all day. Like, what do you want me to do? Of course I'm gonna pregame the game.
Dude, like, it was so bad. Just at the tailgate beforehand, you cracked open, because they were smaller beers, obviously, at the tailgate. It would be pretty much frozen 5 minutes into it. Like, you had to, so we were chugging beers up until that point.
We had the fireball. We were doing fireball shooters in the tailgate.
God, yeah.
We were playing football. It was, of course we got a little juiced up before that game.
I love how we made that video of all of us doing fireball shots. Jake got through half of it and then made the face of a lifetime.
Nah, dude, I couldn't do it. I was like salivating and spitting some stuff. I'm like, I can't do that much in that sitting.
Also, a quick moment of silence that we lost all the jungle juice.
Yeah, we did lose most
moment
all the
silence.
Disrespectful.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to the jungle juice. So what happened was the tap. So we had about half the jug left, but it was sitting in the garage, by the way, completely covered the entire time. Nothing unsanitary about it. It was nice and cold. It tasted great. The only issue, the garage was so fucking cold that the tap froze, and once you pushed it in, you couldn't unpush it. So we had cups. We were just, one guy would put a cup under, the next one put another cup. We ran out of cups. We just kind of let it all fall into the parking lot. So
it looked like frozen vomit at the end.
Pushing it.
Because then naturally that turned into slush on the parking lot. And I was like, well, now it just looks like there's like slushy blood all over the place. But yeah, R.I.P. to the jungle juice.
Slushy blood.
Probably a poor investment looking back at it.
That does sound like a horror film title.
I think I drank too much butterscotch schnapps and hot chocolate.
There was a
like
point
candy.
we were just passing around the schnapps and drinking it out of the bottle.
At
But it was
the
cold.
Yeah.
No, at the tailgate.
Oh.
Yeah, the butterscotch schnapps and hot chocolate is very good, but I think I drank too much because like the hot chocolate in itself is already just filled with sugar. So drinking that and the schnapps, just getting fucked up, and then still drinking beer and some jungle juice. Yeah, it was a very interesting day.
And you had Fireball?
And I had some Fireball,
It
yes.
was cold.
Yeah.
But we had bomb-ass fucking breakfast burritos.
We did.
Yeah, who made those?
Your dad brought the
My dad brought
Blackstone. He had a Blackstone.
He brought the Blackstone, which he didn't. He told me like I'm probably not going to bring that. Sure enough, he help me with the Blackstone. I'm like, oh, you brought it. There we go. Fuck yeah, that's a reliable grill. Because the last few times we've been out there, or last 4 or 5 years since we've been out there trying to grill shit, it's this little shitty grill where I tell my dad almost every time it's not going to work. Oh, it'll be fine, and that doesn't work, and then he gets pissed, and then so I'm glad we brought the Blackstone. It was a great time.
Yeah, we
guaranteed food.
We ate good.
We did.
We drank good.
We drank good, even though the beers turned to slushies. If you guys saw the video on like Twitter and Instagram, I was like, remember when you're a kid and slushies are like this fun concept, and then you become an adult, you go to a freezing cold football game, and this $9 beer you just bought is basically useless now because you can't even drink it.
It doesn't taste good either compared to the slushies we got as kids.
No, so
I got a fucking burger and it was like frozen by the end of it. It was disgusting.
I got cheese curds and I remember like I didn't eat them fast enough, and by the end of it was just cold, and I was like, well, this is
like,
I don't like cheese curds anymore.
Yeah, it's more of just cold cheese wrapped in just like cold breading.
You don't like their cheese curds anymore? Because back in 2010 when you had the flu and you went to the game, they were good. Is that what you said?
So Jake, you
I don't even know if they sold curds then.
Jake had to go for flu game.
Yeah,
I had to go for flu game. I
he
did.
is Minnesota Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Way to persevere, Jake.
Yeah, perseverance.
Jake,
I am proud of you.
Jake, how it's crazy to think that back then you had no idea that a decade later, Tim Brewster, that coach who got fired, would block you on Twitter.
Never.
And all your friends and constituents.
I'm so honored. I can retire.
Yep.
I love it.
It's come full circle. Mm-hmm. But all right, folks, we're going to take a quick break and then get into our interview with E. White. Hey, guys, if you're a regular listener of this podcast and other podcasts in the 10K network, you know that we love the Better Edge app. Better Edge is a legal online sports betting marketplace that allows you to post and engage with other sports betting fans and your friends. You get to place no commission positions in an online marketplace. There's no VIG. They're not a sports book out there to take your winnings. They're going to give you all of your winnings back. You can compete in direct head-to-head challenges with bettors like me, journalist Jake, producer Cam, pretty much anyone at 10K who's on Better Edge. Send us a bet. You can compete in public or private betting competitions, including touchdown squares for college football and NFL. And you can buy or sell positions such as spread, over, under, money line at current market prices. So if you want to start betting legally with the Better Edge app, you can go to betteredge.com and use promo code 10K to get a free $20 when you sign up and verify your ID. Once again, that's BETTOREDGE.com. Promo code 10K at sign up to get a free $20. We'll see you on there. All right, well, welcome back to It's a Bit, everyone. We got a special recurring guest in here. He's been on probably every show we've had at this point.
Yeah.
On-air host for 101.3 KDWB and iHeartRadio stations, works with Fox 9. He's all over the internet. It is E. White.
We out here, baby. Let's go. How we doing? How you doing, boys? Good
Dude,
to see
it's
you again.
great. Do you remember last time you were in, you helped record our intro? You were like, hey, you're listening to the #1 podcast in the Twin Cities. That's still in there.
Yep.
Every
No
episode.
way. Oh, my God. Iconic. I love to see it. I love to see that, like, I'm always a part of it in some sort of way. It means a ton. Thanks, guys.
So technically every listen we've ever gotten,
They've heard
also
your
gotten.
voice, yeah.
I'm not mad about it,
I would-
honestly.
yeah.
Glad that I could have my, like, footprint or whatever into this. So.
I just wish one tweak you could add to it is the E8 or the EWHITE white on the mic.
I do
no
the-
E to the WHITE.
Don't I do? It's like the E like the letter, white like the color on the MIC. Like I think that's
Fuck
what
yeah,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, super
Dude,
easy.
E to the white, dude.
yeah,
bro.
E
E to the WHITE. Know what I'm saying?
bars. We love
Dude,
it.
fuck yeah.
Have you ever thought of doing something with like Be Real except E-Real maybe or something like that?
Oh, dude, this is why I gotta
that's-
hit you guys up.
Yeah,
for
that's
real talk.
a
E-Real.
popular trend.
Yeah, it is. It is
time to be real.
Very, very popular with the youths. Yes, I've heard.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it. I always see the notification. It's like it's time to be, and I ignore it, and I'm always late with it. I don't even know, man. And you get all those notifications. All my friends get the notifications. They're like, "What the hell, bro?" And I'm like, "Why do you care so much?"
Yeah.
It's like
I don't think of
Send a Be Real, you don't exist.
Yeah, I don't think a simple push notification is enough accountability
Nah.
for me because I'm like, I'm just not going to be real right now.
No, exactly. Why would I
all
want
I
to be
had to
real,
do.
bro? I'm taking a shit. Let me let me not.
You want to
okay?
talk about being real? That's being real.
Yeah, like if you want be
Yeah.
real, I can give it to you. Like, you don't want it, but I can give it to you.
Right?
It's one of those things where it's
Send it.
like there are some things that should just go unsaid.
Right.
It's the same thing with this. Like maybe people should not see this part of my life.
Exactly. Like there's certain things that are better left unseen and unsaid, and that might be one of them. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
man.
Well, what I was going to ask you is, what have you been up to these days? Give us the rundown.
Just fucking around, trying to get some publicity out there and everything like that. No, things have been busy, man. Seriously, since when was the last time we all got together? It had to be almost a year ago.
We saw you at the state fair.
Yeah, dude,
that's
I
right.
was I was on like day 9, so I apologize.
I could
That's all
tell
I-
that you were used to getting noticed a lot because I was like, "Hey, E White," and then you turn like you were like, "Oh fuck, another one," and then you're like, "Oh, what's up?" When you saw me.
Dude, no, they're not fucking random.
I was like, "Oh my god, friends, let's go."
Not a stalker.
Oh my gosh, it was great. No, it was great running into you guys for real. No, I mean things have been super busy. Obviously, keeping growing on TikTok and all that. Radio station obviously hasn't blown up, so shout out to that. Haven't gotten fired. Much love. And then I'm on TV sometimes now, which is kind of neat. I did something on TikTok where I basically told people like what to do on the weekends, and then Fox 9 was like, "Hey, this is cool. Do you want to do it every week?" And I'm like, I guess if anybody watches
Fuck yeah.
like TV news anymore, I'm down. Like it's another way to grow. So it's super cool. It's been fun.
That's
It's been a good
that's
time.
awesome. How long have you been doing that?
Going on, it's like a couple months at this point. So like it's been pretty consistent, I would say. It took me a while at first because like I'm not used to like real cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm used to like I could just be
You're
in
a
front of
radio
my-
guy,
Yeah,
right?
or I'm like in front of my phone. It's like whatever. And then they're just like, okay, here's all these lights and everything. I'm like, do I have to do like makeup or anything like that? Like you got people I got to get ready with or whatever. And so they're just like, nah, it's all good. It's HD now. You're chilling. And then I'm like, do I have to shave? Like all that stuff. Like like do I have to look like an actual anchor? And they're like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, sick. Then fuck it, we're out here.
they want you to be real.
Yeah,
They
some
want
would
you to
say
be
real.
Yes, it's exactly what we're
It's a
doing.
lot more authentic.
Yeah.
Was that one of those things where you were a little shocked at first, where you're like, "Wait, am I the first one to be doing this?"
It throws me. It still throws me. Like I'll get recognized now, which is weird. And like I never really got into anything trying to be recognized. I was just like, I just want to have fun and yell into microphones and
Yeah.
shit. And it just worked out that way. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm sure you guys get it sometimes too with like the guys.
yeah.
I mean, you guys have done tons of stuff on social media and everything where you'll be at a game and you'll be like, oh, 10K takes was good. Kind of the same deal. It's like I'll hear like I was up in Duluth last weekend and I got recognized at the Dogs game and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like
It's
this is-
weird.
it's strange. It's like I'm like 2 hours from where I'm based too, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell is going on? So clearly something's working. So it's kind of weird, but at the same time, like I love it. It's super cool. So
we go to Vegas every year for March Madness, and we were fucking noticed last time we were in Vegas.
Isn't it wild? Like whenever you're like out of your element or out of your area, it like throws you. It's so crazy, man. Yeah, but it's been great. I mean, like I can't even be mad about it, man. It's been really like flattering. My fiance doesn't get sick of it. She's like, "This is so fucking cool," and I'm like, "Yes, I knew you were one. Let's go."
Fucking right.
Gassing me up and everything. Like, fuck yeah. So yeah, it's super cool. So it's been great.
Well, the face for radio thing does not apply to you because
Exactly.
you're on the TV.
Big middle fingers to all those guys.
Yeah,
Seriously.
fuck them.
Yo, anybody who said
You're on camera now, too.
Can you zoom that at all or no? But you better. Wonderful. Fuck you.
Yeah, flip them off.
Radio's
Fuck the
not
haters.
dead. TV and radio can coexist. He's an example.
I just do whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like give me whatever. I'll figure it out. You know how it is.
Well, to the people who maybe don't know, what do you do on Fox 9? What's your bit on there?
Yeah. So I do this thing called Twin Cities to Do. So basically, there's a ton of shit to do in the Twin Cities that like people don't know about because for some reason our publications do a fucking horrible job of like telling people what to do in the cities. So I was like, screw it. I'll just like figure out different things and find out what I think people should check out, whether it's like families or people who love craft beer. Like, I think about like what I like to do, and then I'm like, what else would other people like to do? And so I just try to do that. And so it's another great way to like highlight some really great, local businesses and everything too. So it's been kind of nice. It's been a fun gig. So
my girlfriend, she's a big TikToker. She follows you on TikTok. She loves your TikTok, and she had actually a question for you that I'm gonna ask.
Oh, beautiful!
You, okay?
Please.
So she was like, I've lived in Minnesota my whole fucking life, and I've never seen half of the unique local food and event places that you're showing everyone. How the hell do you find these places?
Dude, I just kind of like keep my ear to the ground and everything. So like I'm like following everybody on Instagram. I'm seeing what's good out there, and sometimes it's just kind of trial and error. I drive past something, I'm like, this looks kind of sick. Like maybe check it out and everything. And I just want people, and that's the thing, right? There's so many people that like, I'm not calling out your girlfriend or anything like that, but like there's so many people that just live their life and they're cool with going to like their local Applebee's and just vibing.
Applebee's.
Which like, listen.
Oh, wait, that's Denny's. The fuck is up, Denny's? The fuck is up, Denny's?
Yo, yes.
No.
We need that to happen again. Seriously.
Recreate it here.
Denny's Fest, goddammit. We need there's like one in Roseville or some shit. We'll do it. It's fine. Anyway, point B. There's like people who are totally content with like just living their life as it is. And so I always was like, let me find something new. Even when I like, growing up in Philly and everything, it's just kind of the same deal. The people are very traditional in some sort of way. And like, I'm like, why don't we try to break tradition? Like, here's all these places around the city you grow up in, the city you live in, whatever it might be, whether it's Minneapolis, St. Paul, or like fucking Mankato, dude. Like, there's things to do everywhere. So that's like my goal, is just trying to make sure people can be passionate about that. Cause like, there's people who are going to live here their whole life. In our business, like in radio and shit, everybody moves. So I'm like, fuck it. Like, the people who live here and everything, like they might not be in that same boat. So let's just try to make them passionate about what they do,
100%.
where they live and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things too where until I watched your videos, I mean, I've lived in this area my whole life.
Right.
I had no idea that any of these things existed.
Yeah.
And then like you show up in them or you hear about them and they're like, yeah, we've been doing this for 2 decades. I'm like, fuck,
Like
this
what?
is the first time I've heard about it.
You've been around for 50 years.
It's kind of crazy when you think about it. It's just like either their marketing team is piss poor or they just relied on tradition, right? There's like some dive bars that are fucking incredible, right? Like I not grew up, but I lived in Northeast for a while, and like I would fucking roll by Dusty's all the fucking time, and they live off a reputation, right? Because they're just this old ass dive bar that's just like, okay, locals are nothing. And I'm like, well, what if other people want to check this shit out? You know what I mean? Like, it's a vibe. It's a good place to watch a game. It's a good place to just smack back some beers with some homies without having to like, deal with like North Loop and insanity and everything. So that's, it's all things like that, so it's kind of crazy.
Do you think soon that people might start trying to like bribe you a little bit so their restaurants can be getting on these lists?
It's happened.
Oh,
it's happened. So I'll be real. I always like point out, like I say, shout out to so and so. Like it happened at the fair. One of the booths was like, "Yo, we'd love you to come by and like highlight our shit." And like, yeah, for sure. I just want you to know I'm gonna tell people that you gave me shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I keep it real. I keep it 100 for sure.
You want the truth be real.
No, 100%, man.
Dude.
Keep circling it back around. Real talk.
Yeah,
No,
be real.
No, 100%. But like, yeah, I mean, I keep it real, and I'm just like, hey, listen, if somebody pays me something, like I will let them know. I'll obviously tag it. There's also like FTC guidelines and shit like that I got to follow because of my job and whatever. So because then motherfuckers could sue me or some shit, and I don't have shit. You know what I mean? You can have like my X Games skateboard that I got in 2018 or some shit.
But that's but that's the best position to be in. That's us. Like we are the most suable people because I don't own anything. I lease my vehicle. We rent this house. I own this business, but it is technically in debt. So they have nothing to take.
Yeah, like what do you want, man? Seriously, like I ain't got shit.
So you were talking about at the state fair. I know you spent, what'd you say, were you out there every day?
9 of the 11 days. By day
Jesus
3, I was ready to jump off the top of the, like the giant slide or whatever.
We did like 4 days there, and that was too many.
Yeah, the 4th day we were done.
No,
too many days.
It hits you, man. It drives you nuts. The good thing is that we have air conditioning in the spot, so like we can kind of like be chilling, whatever. When I lived in Iowa, we had to do 11 days at the fair, and we had this dinky ass tent, like literally right by like all the rides and everything. So I just had a bunch of kids throwing up around me and like no air conditioning or anything. It was fucking
so
awful.
You just smell puke.
Yeah, it just smelled puke and sadness, and I was like sweaty as fuck too. So it was terrible.
Like,
so
this is what purgatory must be like.
Yeah, 100%. So it's a little bit better here, but yeah, dude, fucking 9 days. It was crazy for sure.
Well, is that worse? Spending 9 days there worse than almost getting your leg amputated one day?
That's a great question.
Because there's another person in this room who had that scenario happen.
Did you have your leg amputated?
No.
Cam? No, you got both. I was going to say.
Almost. No, I got both legs. Well, no, I showed up to the state fair a few days after deciding to slide in softball with shorts on. So, I mean, we have a picture somewhere
Zane's looking for
where it happened that Sunday. We were there on that Thursday, and I tried bandaging it up and all that throughout the week. But I'm like, I'm going to leave it unbandaged for the day. It looked fine, but then it looked so grotesque that the state fair medical tent was joking that, like, hey, we might have to perform our first state fair amputation.
Dude. I'm shocked it was the first one. Like, there's no way there's nobody who's ever had their leg amputated because of the state fair.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe after years.
Yeah,
of,
that's what I was a little shocked
with.
with. Yeah,
God Almighty, bro!
It literally looks like something on a stick.
Yep,
and
we
said
said
100%. It looks like what's that thing that like Gizmo or something like that?
Yeah, the Italian sandwich.
That's so disgusting. I still have a scar,
like lasagna,
brother.
Man.
Yeah, no shit.
Lasagna.
Yeah, oh my god.
Well, and that I remember that day, Dean Blandino, the rules analyst for Fox, who does college football and NFL, like commented on. He's like, can't take you guys anywhere.
Clearly not. Damn.
It was brutal.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know why. After a few beers
he got it taped up.
Nice.
They finally all told me you need to go to the fucking medical tent. I'm like, nah.
No shit. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's not the first amputation, because you have like these carnival workers, who don't really give a shit about their job for good reason,
right?
Who just like don't care and don't look, and then like some kid's leg gets caught in one of the machines.
Well, I think the one's voluntary. The other is definitely cool. Like a problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Oh my god. Yeah. So. God damn it, bro.
Yeah, it was rough, but I was getting through it somehow. I actually was denying to get treatment for a while.
Was it all the flavored beers? Was it all those? They were like,
yeah. I should have known. I'd be like, I actually feel pretty okay right now, but then I've had like 10 drinks. Giggles beers.
I got a hot take that I think these guys will agree with. Speak out if you don't agree with it. I think the caramel apple beer was very overrated.
For sure.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yep. No, it's too much, man.
The caramel is just, it doesn't jive well with the. It's so sticky and it's just thick and it does not go well with.
I want to say 60% of the specialty beers are really not
they're
that
gimmicky.
great.
You know what I mean? Like none of them are like anything that like I would say, this is fucking phenomenal. I think the caramel apple seltzer.
It's what it was. A seltzer.
It's different, right? They approach it differently. But the chocolate chip cookie beer was trash. The caramel apple beer was trash. The mini donut beer is always trash. It's fucking terrible.
Wasn't.
It's the most tolerable out of all of them, I would say.
The candy apple one, though, I will say, and that had so much hype, though. Like these beers had always been around, but that one was that one new?
Probably.
Yeah. That was new this year.
I've never seen a hype behind any of the other drinks like that one. And when we went, there was already a huge line there at like 11 in the morning on Friday, but it was just not good. I don't even think I drank.
Well, see, what was good was they put the caramel around the edge, right? So if you had caramel and you took a sip, it was good. But the second you ran out of the caramel, it just did not taste good.
It was like bush apple, but worse.
Very sour. Very sour, which I get is what you're going for with like a green apple.
I get it, but yeah, it's just sometimes
don't do it again.
No. I try not to keep my beer too gimmicky. You know what I mean? Like I like some gimmicky beers and everything, but there's a line that you can't cross and everything. The Iowa State Fair did a really good job with the beers. I will say, I think the Iowa State Fair drink wise is better than the Minnesota State Fair drink wise. Wow. That's it. That's the only thing. Otherwise, everything else sucks. The food sucks. Like everything, like just the environment, except for East Side Night. If you don't know East Side, well, you probably don't know. You're in Minnesota. East Side Night is basically the time where like everybody from the East Side, and it's like the delinquent side of like Iowa or Des Moines and everything. They just all like fuck up shit. It's fucking awesome. It's so
okay.
So, yeah, it's kind of like the freaks come out at night and shit. It's fucking awesome. It's so cool.
Yeah, I mean,
causing a ruckus.
The best thing I think you can get in terms of a gimmicky beer that's still somewhat original is like the Greenbelt Blue Slushy.
Yes.
That
that
kicks
was
ass.
very good.
That kicks
Yeah.
ass every
Yeah.
year.
Fantastic.
I will get at least 2 of those every year.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. That is fantastic. That beer in general is anything Grain Belt does. I'm like, well done. Clap it up for sure.
Minnesota based, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Grain
man.
Belt,
Dude,
yes.
New Ulm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out
Yes.
New Ulm.
Yep.
Yeah. Little Germany or whatever. Fuck
Yep.
yeah.
You know what was very good? I saw you tried it too, the pickle pizza.
Dude,
That fucking was amazing.
My body was some people treat their body as a temple. Mine's a fucking landfill.
Yep.
So like that whole week, literally, I just tried every like new food from the state fair, and the pickle pizza. Even though I tried it the first day, reigned supreme as the best one. There's
so
always motherfuckers on like TikTok that are just like pizza experts. They're trying to be Dave Portnoy, right? They're all just like, it's undercooked. It's this, that, and the third. It's like, bro, it's a state fair pizza. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Are you expecting like fucking authentic New York pizza? No, it's pizza. It's a pizza with pickles and ranch on it. What do you want? Like,
You're buying this in a glorified parking lot.
yo, honestly, like chill the fuck out. Oh
and
my
it was
God.
still very good.
It hit, man. It was delicious.
Out of every single line I stood in the whole entire week, or I guess 2 weeks of the state fair, that was by far the longest. That was at least a 20-minute line, and we waited until 8 or 9 at night to do it because we thought, hey, maybe it'll die down.
Nope,
it never
wasn't.
did.
But I'm like, I'm waiting in this damn line. I'm getting this pizza because this is my last day here.
Well, there were a lot of creators like me that were just like pushing it out. Like we all tried it first day, and like it just as soon as that went out on TikTok and everything, boom, fucking crazy. You had to wait in an hour-long line at that point.
So what would you say this year was your Mount Rushmore?
Rount.
We got there.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore of state fair foods this year, 2022.
Ooh, that's tough. Okay, so definitely pickle pizza. The steak sandwich from Mancini's is god tier. That is fucking phenomenal. Really, really good.
God tier.
God tier.
I love that term.
Yeah.
Boom.
Bang. Trying to think what else would be like up there of like the newer ones. This is tough.
The gizmo when it's not on Jake's leg.
Yeah, I was gonna say the gizmo
Yep.
when it's not on Jake's leg.
Oh,
Honestly,
that was
should be
good.
up there too for sure. That thing always hits. And then, God, you guys are making me think. Hold up, let me look at my.
That's
phone.
all right.
No, that's good.
I
Yeah.
appreciate this.
Think about this.
Yeah.
You want to give the right answers.
Oh, no, dude.
rather than just the quickest one.
No, exactly. And like, that's the same thing I do with all my reviews and everything. I try to make sure like, I'm real with them and everything.
Yeah.
But, people get pissed off because I think everything is like good, but I'm also like thick, so like everything is good to me.
But at the
for
state
most
fair,
part.
everything is pretty good.
Yeah, no,
I was gonna say I think the only thing I really disliked was that caramel apple beer.
Yeah, no,
Seltzer.
100%. I think actually the hot dog was really fucking good. The hot dog from Lulu's or whatever, it's like just basically a corn dog, but it's tater tots instead of that deal.
Oh,
so it kind of went hard.
shit.
Yeah, and they had like a really good cheese sauce with
sounds
it and
good.
everything. So that was a vibe for sure. So it was what I say, steak sandwich, gizmo, pickle pizza, and then the hot dog, I would say, which a lot of people hated on the hot dog, but I think y'all just eat potatoes with everything, so I just assume that you all just kind of
That's fair.
You're picky, so I get it. It's fine.
Are you a corn dog or pronto pup kind
Oh,
of guy?
corn dog. Fuck pronto
Yeah.
pups. They're trash. They're
Okay.
literally
Really?
like they're dog shit. Like they're so average. Like I've never had a tot dog and thought to myself, man, this was a really good purchase. Like this was a waste of my $9. It's always not really good. So, but you know what? It's Minnesotans love tradition. It's one thing I've learned. So
That is
even
true.
though pronto pups are kind of overrated, I think people are just like, well, we got to get it. It's like that and mouthtrap cheese curd. Fuck, dude, I fucked up. Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
it's been
yeah, I
blocked
fucked
by
up.
like 20 people.
Yeah,
on socials.
Mousetrap cheese curds.
No,
Cam is giving
no,
you a death look.
No,
Oh.
I fucked up because I should have put that on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
So it's like fuck the hot dog, fuck that shit. We got to put the cheese curds on there.
Yes.
'cause they
Okay.
always hit.
Substitution.
I got a challenge for you next year. So
Yeah.
one of my famous bits at the state fair is called the food building trifecta. So
Ah.
you walk in the east entrance, you get the wild rice burger,
Okay,
and then you walk directly down to the left, you get the mousetrap cheese curds.
rightfully so.
Directly across next to the far exit, you get cookie dough on a stick, and you're out the door in 20 minutes.
Do you eat all of it together?
No.
That,
I mean,
that feels like the
you,
true
you,
trifecta.
You can if you want.
You probably shouldn't, but like
Yeah.
fuck it, dude. I don't know. I feel like this is a thing for you next year. I think you have to do it.
I think
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
year we actually make a video out of it.
It's like 2,000 calories in like probably about a 200-yard spread.
Rest in
What? Well, I've done it before. I've just never filmed myself doing it, which with a content mind, I'm surprised I didn't
Yeah,
think
I
of
was
that
gonna say
this
this
year.
is very shocking to me.
Big
Yeah.
fuck up on my part, admittedly, but that's the thing you might have to go for next year.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
Food building trifecta. It's pretty disgusting, like if you think about it, how much you're
that's
consuming
great.
in a single square footage.
fuck it, man. I mean, I'll do it with you.
Okay.
Seriously, the whole
State
team,
Fair
whole
is-
All right,
squad.
all
Yeah.
right.
The state fair is just full of disgusting, well, not disgusting foods, but fully unhealthy foods. But who cares?
No,
It's
I mean
good.
you can
But
say
like you kind of walk a lot. So.
Right, exactly. You
Yo,
put
it
it
all
on.
works it off, baby. baby. Real talk. Yes, you're sweating fucking grease, but it's all good. Yeah.
Well, how many times, Jack? You probably got cheese on a stick like 10 times.
That
Every
cheese-
time when
the
we
cheese
got
on a
there, it was the
stick
first
hits.
thing.
I'm
you
getting
got.
cheese on a stick.
I might need to make that. Well, I don't say
It's
it like
very
that.
good.
That's Cam's thing.
Yeah, that is your
Or your thing when you talk about Blink-182.
Yeah,
it's
or-
not my
sure,
thing.
Sure.
You see,
I'm a little
did you
lost
hear the
by
way
that.
you said it?
Well, your thing
I'm
of
getting
like
cheese on a stick.
like
Like,
it-
I didn't,
like
I didn't
talking-
say it like that.
no, but you're like, I'm gonna go get cheese on a stick.
That's the way I said
Yeah.
it.
Cheese on a stick. Does
Cam's
hit.
like the fast, loud way. I'm getting cheese on a stick. I'm getting a Sam Steele jersey.
Do you get the Mott's or do you get
No,
the
he's
pepper
really
jack?
quiet.
I get mozzarella.
Okay, yeah.
I got the
I
both.
need you to try it with pepper jack.
The pepper jack goes hard. I think the pepper jack's the better of the two. But like,
Yeah.
but honestly, you can't go wrong. It's fried cheese on
They
a
have the
stick.
good lemonade there too.
Yes, for sure. That's literally
yes.
right by our booth. I was gonna.
They
say,
have like
yeah.
8 of those.
Yeah.
Around the
Well,
fair.
yeah, yeah,
There's like one on every block.
Dude, it's like between that and like I would always, if I couldn't figure out what the hell to get at, my default is always like fried ravs because like they just hit so hard. And I get a mix of the sausage and the cheese, and bro, it's like it's magical.
You had those this year, right?
Yeah.
Fried ravs.
Yeah, I had it. There's this fried olive stand right next to the KFAN.
fuck
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit.
You did not.
I'm not an olives guy.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
yeah,
So
so like
good.
that's just me in general.
Jake
so.
and I were fucking those up all the whole time we were there.
Well,
Hey, I
literally
get it, I get it.
The first night we were there the first day. We went to see the Alice in Chains concert, and which is, by the way, fucking awesome.
Yeah,
it was fucking awesome.
We were the youngest people
calm down.
there.
I mean, yo, listen, Alice in Chains goes hard. I know I shouldn't say that because they were sponsored by 93X, but either way, it's an absolutely incredible concert. So
But anyway, we went there like, okay, we're gonna be there tomorrow. We have a few more days. We're gonna be out here. Let's not get a lot of food. Then we see the deep fried green olives on a stand. And we're like, oh fuck it. Damn it.
You can't
Go
go
with
out
it.
there
Damn
and
it.
not get anything.
yeah, oh
literally,
yeah,
It's impossible.
It's disrespectful, quite frankly.
You can't just-
you
if you-
should
if
be
you were-
arrested on site.
Yeah,
If you're
100%.
going there for just focusing on like, oh, I'm just going here tonight for the concert. No, you're not.
Nah.
You're getting food like any other day if you're going there any other normal day.
It's a
So-
multifaceted event, That's how it is for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, transitioning, we could talk about the state fair.
Oh, of course,
all day.
yeah, for sure.
You've gotten to work with a lot of really big artists this year. I know.
Yes.
You've done some interviews with some of them. Who? Just, I guess, highlight some of the people you've worked with.
I mean, damn, man, there's been some really great people along the way. I mean, I just recently did one with Rosalind, which is like, she's like, got a big song on TikTok and everything. She was really cool. Jax, she's another one from, they give me a lot of TikTokers. I think it's just because I do so much stuff on TikTok. They're just
That
like,
makes
just roll with
sense.
it. Yeah, no, I totally get it for sure. But we've just been, I'll be honest, like, I think like this year, we haven't been doing as many artists. I haven't been doing as many artists because I've been out in the community so much. So I've kind of been the default, like, go and be local guy, with like kind of, de facto. And so like, we do stuff like that and then we end up fucking around and like going to like, to the Lizzo show. And it's like somebody might interview her via Zoom, like our afternoon guy interviewed her via Zoom. But I'm out doing like, hey, what's up, fans? Like, let's, fuck it up and see what's good, like, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I feel like that. I don't feel intimidated when I interview people. That's certainly not like something that is in my like lane or anything. Like I can kind of just interview people and feel good about it. But like I think there's a certain art to like making listeners feel like they're just like you. And so like that's something I find it really important. But yeah, I've interviewed some cool people along the way.
I think. Well, I'm trying to think of.
I'm trying to think of the ones because I've done a few. I'm just trying to remember.
The kid.
Kid Leroy.
that's
That was probably the
That's
biggest
pretty
one.
big.
Yeah, Kid Leroy was probably the biggest one I had. That was really some of these. So little inside baseball. Some of these like interviews you do with artists are fucking weird. So like there's a situation like what we did with Kid Leroy, where I've known his label person for fucking ever. I've known him since I was in Des Moines, and he's like, "Yo, we're gonna have you do it after the meet and greet," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." What ended up happening was it was in this loud ass echoey part of the armory, and I'm just like, okay, I can use maybe 2 minutes of this fucking content because like I was listening, I'm like, there's no shot anybody's gonna be able to hear this, so I had to do some fucking surgery. Like seriously, I
Subtitle it up.
like literally the entirety of like my journalism degree was put on display for that because it was just I was just trying to figure out what the hell to make it sound good. But yeah, man, I mean, and that's the thing is just his energy was good, and like I think that's the fun part is just like when you have an artist whose energy is like fantastic, it makes it so easy. Like Jingle Ball, it was like early or late last year, which RIP, but like because we're not doing it this year. But Ty Verdes made my life so easy because he was just so laid back. He was stoned while he was doing the goddamn interview,
hell
and,
yeah.
I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is beautiful." So like artists that make it easy are always really great. So Kid Leroy was fantastic, but there's always those like environmental issues. You're just kind of like, ah, shit. Like I wish we could do like I've been trying to do a fucking something with like an artist who would love to like do something dumb and like do like a gasser pass with me or something like that. Or I had one artist that was like we approached about an interview, ended up falling through, but he loves getting random tattoos in every city, and I was like, why don't we do an interview while we're getting matching tattoos? You know what I mean? That's kind of like how I think, you know what I mean? It's like I hate the whole standard like we're going to do this classic radio interview. Like fuck that. Nobody cares anymore about that shit. So, you know,
make it local.
Yeah, make it fun, make it local, make it interesting, you know? Yeah.
I know you say you don't get intimidated easily talking to people, but has there ever been a moment where you were starstruck? Can you think of any?
Yeah, I met Rick Ross when I was and that was like a big moment where I was like, fuck, dude. Like,
shit.
I like shit my brains out. And, it was crazy. Barely got a word out. He was super nice. He was one RIP to Takeoff. I met the Migos and they were super chill.
Oh shit.
You know, so like like some of those were really, really cool. Probably the best story I have with an artist though was it wasn't an interview situation, but I was doing like a photography thing for my college newspaper, and the Roots were getting honored at on like the Walk of Fame in Philly, and like along Broad Street, there's like just stars and shit like that. It's kind of like Hollywood, but it's just all local Philly people. And so I was trying to get some shots and everything, and they were wrapping up. And I realized as I was walking away, shit, I'm going to miss my train. So I was booking it. In the process, I sweep around the other side, and I shoulder block the shit out of Questlove. So that was awesome. Who's the drummer?
The drummer, right?
Drummer,
yes.
Yeah, for people who don't know, the drummer. And shoulder blocked the shit out of him. And, of course, I grew up loving the Roots. And instead of like picking him up, like I picked him up and I was like, hey, instead of saying, "Hey man, are you okay?" My first thing was to say, "I love you," like Patrick Star and SpongeBob. And he was like, "Thanks, man." And I'm like, "Okay, I gotta go." So, and it was probably like that was probably one of the funnier like artist moments I ever encountered. That was funny as shit. So yeah, random, but yeah, I don't get crazy starstruck. I just because at the end of the day, one, I don't really care that much, and like not so much about my craft, but more so about like whatever, like you're doing something cool, you have a cool job. Like I think it's just it was never something growing up I was like, holy shit, like this is like crazy to me. So yeah, for sure.
Well, and also when you do it enough too, you realize that they're just fucking people, man.
Dude,
Yeah, they're just doing a job.
Yeah,
Doing
real
anything.
talk. Honestly,
Our first big interviews, like that was the biggest thing I took away. Oh, this is just a normal guy we're talking to.
They're not a robot. They're nothing different. They're not an intelligent being from Mars. They're a human being.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you think about people like Bill Guerin, right? Like, there's people who grew up watching him and everything like that, and they're like, oh, shit, like, I loved Bill Guerin. He was one of my favorite players growing up and everything. And, like, you know, you guys can kind of just dap him up and say what's up, you know what I mean? Because you just treat him like probably how they want to be treated,
Exactly.
you know?
Right,
Yeah, more than
right.
anything else. Yeah, for sure.
That's insane, dude. Well,
Yeah, bro.
well, speaking of sticking with the music, I've seen that you have blocked, or you openly say you block old high school friends or people that are reaching out to you asking for tickets. So with that being said, can I have tickets to
Jingle Ball's,
on May
Jingle Ball's
17th?
not happening.
Yeah,
so
Jingle
at least
Ball.
you get to
No.
avoid-
R.I.P.
I'm saying at least you get to avoid that because I remember that was your bit. Was you were like, stop asking me for Jingle Ball tickets,
Dude, yeah. Well, Taylor Swift tickets is the big one right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
just like, yo, what's up?
But can I get tickets for Blink-182 on May 4th when they come here?
Bro, if
with
I can
Turnstile?
get Blink tickets, yo, dude, that's the thing. I was I don't want to say like a big Blink fan growing up. Turnstile is
Dude,
one of my
Turnstile's
favorite bands right
fucking
now.
insane.
Dude,
They're so
Turnstile is
good.
fucking awesome. They're great. They're
People
from
need
the
to
East
look 'em
Coast.
up.
Shout out Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're fucking incredible. So definitely.
Well, I want free tickets.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll see what I can
Wait,
do.
calm down.
I'll see what I can do.
I
bro.
may or may not
I like
be serious.
You enough. I like you
Okay,
guys
dude,
enough.
for sure,
Exactly.
dude.
Yeah, I'm talking about the motherfuckers that like haven't talked to me in like 9
Yeah, I
years.
know, right?
You
Hey,
what I mean?
man.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, and it happens so often still.
Oh.
And like, yeah, it sucks what happened with Jingle Ball, but like, still, I get like for Philly Jingle Ball, like I have pull
Yeah.
still. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
You're like,
man.
did you know I don't live there anymore?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
have you not seen the past 5 years of my life where I haven't been in Philly? Like, put it together.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, shit. I get that you're not paying attention, but like, can we try a little bit? You know what I mean?
You should
Yeah.
quiz them. Be like, you can have the tickets if you can name where I was between Minneapolis and Philly.
Yeah, right.
They'll be like, oh,
Oh, Boise, right?
Yeah, Idaho.
I still
a
have
couple
motherfuckers
letters
that
off.
thought I lived in Idaho, man. Seriously, this all the time. They're like, oh, dude, like, or they'll fuck up the city. Like, I'll talk about Des Moines, and they'll be like, well, how's Boise? I'm like, it's not even close. Like, you're not even trying.
Very
bro.
far
Like,
away.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough for sure.
Well, I think last time we talked to you, you said Minnesota trumped Philly. Do you still agree with that statement?
That's a great. I mean, that was bold of me. Was I
Yeah.
just like I was?
Maybe
how
you
many
were
of these
pumped
did
you were
give
with a
me?
bunch
Yeah.
of Minnesota
Well,
kids.
yeah.
you were saying. I think you were saying like, I like it here. Like
I do fuck with it
yeah,
here, man.
yeah.
Like I still do love it. Like I think it's a great place to. it's a great place to just like grow with people. You know what I mean? I think like there's the whole like Minnesota nice thing, and everybody's like, well, you know, we've been friends with everybody since God knows when. Maybe I got lucky that like I'm marrying a Minnesotan, and so like I've kind of been conglomerated into her friend group a little bit. But I think I've just surrounded myself with the right people here. I think there's plenty of things to do. I think when it comes to just like, you know, feeling, I don't love being comfortable. It's not my favorite thing, but like I think when you want some comfortability, it's nice here.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to shit on my hometown, obviously, but like I definitely feel like I feel like I've made more of an impact here than I did back home. And like, granted, I had a lot less big of a audience, I would say. But I think there's something to be said about like the passion that people have for Minnesota. And I think there's something to be said about like how much they die for this state. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think people get stoked when they find like I'll meet somebody in like a coffee shop who grew up in Pennsylvania, and I'll be like, yo, where'd you go, in PA or something like that, and they'll be like, oh, Lancaster County, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome, like I had family out there, and they're like, oh, cool. Like, it's like not a big deal or anything like that. But if I was out in Seattle for a trip and I was watching, it was when the Wild were in the playoffs, and I was in this random hockey bar, and there's this one dude that I met from Minnesota, and we hung out for like 3 hours after that game. Like it was like we had known each other for years, and I think there's something to be said about that. So I think Minnesota just like rides for their shit, and so I think that's what makes me love it for sure. So I guess I could still say I hold that true for sure. I guess that was a long, too long didn't read. Yeah, I still fuck with Minnesota more than Philly.
There we go.
Was that at least one of the playoff games we won?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it was like game 3.
So it wasn't like me and you sit here and drink ourselves to death. It was
no.
Not like a game 6 scenario.
Knocking back some Rainiers and everything, which by the way, cheap beer wise, Minnesota way better.
Right.
Yeah, Washington, keep the craft beer because fuck, the cheap beer's tough. It's real tough.
That's funny. I was in a fraternity. My big bro in the fraternity was from the Seattle area, so he would always be fucking with Rainiers.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's like everybody like I went to high school with or not high school, like college with when I in my frat and everything, all of them from Pittsburgh drank Iron City, and Iron City is the worst beer on the face of the planet. Like when we're talking tiers of cheap beers and everything like that, Hamm's is God, and then there's everything, and then there's everything else. But like Iron City is like fucking. There's a mile of garbage, and then Iron City. It's the fucking worst.
That's like Red Dog here.
I've never had Red
Dog. The Costco beer, right?
I don't think it's just Costco. I think like because you could buy it up in Grand Forks.
Okay. Oh yeah, you guys are UND guys, right?
Yeah.
So I'm doing a series now where I'm going to different hockey, college hockey.
Going to the Ralph?
Everybody's been literally. I said I was going to go to all of them in Minnesota,
That's
and everybody's
God-tier.
Like, "Fuck that, go to the Ralph." So yeah, exactly.
God-tier.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
college
it looks
hockey
incredible.
It's insane.
Looks incredible. So yeah, we got a lot of things happening for hockey
well,
season.
let us know if you need some ideas when you're up there.
Yeah,
100%. We lived up there for 5 years. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take the extra
fun town.
lap.
Yeah. No, I didn't, but I decided to stay a little after because I wanted to kind of just dodge responsibility and play golf and get drunk. So
fuck yeah.
I just kind of did that for like a couple months after school.
Love to see it. Love to see it, man.
Yeah, you'll enjoy that. But speaking of the Wild, what do you think of the reverse retros this year?
I mean, I thought the reverse retros were cool last year. I think same deal here. I think the white is cleaner.
Yeah.
That's just me as a jersey nerd. I just prefer white jerseys over any sort of color. So, but I like them. I'll give them a solid B. You know what I mean? I think the last year was like an A-. I'll give them a B this year. Yeah, for sure.
What would be if you had to choose like a Mount Rushmore of your favorite like reverse retros? What would they be?
Of this year or like
this year?
Okay, this year. Calgary's is fucking incredible.
Theirs is sweet, and their goalie's new helmet too. Did you see that?
God,
it's like a volcano.
If I had to pick like a team other than like the Flyers and the Wild, the Flames, I ride with, man. I don't know what it is. I just want Calgary to win things. I don't know what it is about that city, but I'm like, that place looks like a tough place to live. I kind of want them to live their life.
Johnny G left.
Yeah, God.
He's like, I'll go to Columbus instead.
That broke my heart too, man. Because like Johnny G's from like the Philly like suburbs, like South Jersey, and I'm like, fuck, man, that'd be sick.
I think he got offered the same amount of money to stay in Calgary, and he still said no.
Yeah,
Columbus. You went to fucking Ohio.
You went to somewhere like
and didn't even get a pay increase.
No, what was he gonna do there? Like exactly, what team are you going to?
Okay, great.
Holy
you want to move
fuck.
out of Calgary, but go to like L.A. or something, and then you're going to Columbus.
No, exactly.
Ohio.
Yeah, it's
don't go to Columbus for the same price.
No chance for sure.
Brutal. What are you doing out
at least
there, Johnny?
At least you have the mountains and like in
it's Calgary.
Or
exactly.
a good team.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. That's
got
for
Kadri
sure.
in the offseason.
Kadri's nasty, underrated player. Love him. Calgary for sure. A lot of them are Canadian because Vancouver's Johnny Canuck jersey is kind of sick too. I was a huge fan of the Panthers reverse retro deal because I think it's cool using the third logo. And then it's always tough with the last one because, like, I really enjoyed the Devil's take on, like, the the Colorado Rockies vibes and everything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if I'm being honest, I really – God, I'm like thinking.
Don't say Chicago or Detroit.
No, dude.
Yeah.
That's like if there's an Mount Rushmore, it's that. You know what I'm saying? No, that one's tough. I have to go with the Fishermen. I think people have been craving the Fishermen.
Which one is that?
The Islanders.
Oh, okay.
yeah. They've been craving the Fishermen and everything. And after the fiasco that was last year for the Islanders, which was just the Navy version of their current one, I think that had to happen.
Okay.
I think there's some good ones in there too because I love.
This is sweet.
Yeah,
because this was the logo they went to
in the 90s, and they fucking hated it. Like, it was like they did a rebrand, and like Long Island just destroyed it.
Was this the team that that
see,
John
this was
Spano
cool.
guy bought? Yeah. And I think this is his
Great
logo.
30 for 30. Yeah,
I think
no,
this
it
is
is.
his logo, or
yeah.
this rebrand happened under him.
It did happen under him. Like, no, it was crazy. So
But
like,
that's such a sick logo,
dude,
though.
and that's
a sweet logo.
Dude, that team. I don't know if you like follow like Steve Dangle at all or anything like that, but he's like a hockey analyst for Sportsnet in Canada. He does these trade trees and everything, and everyone he does involving the Islanders just rails them because in the span of like 4 or 5 years, Mike Milbury traded away Zdeno Chara, Brian McCabe, Todd Bertuzzi, the rights to Jason Spezza for like Rick DiPietro and like Rafi Torres. Like, the dude was a fucking like nutcase of a guy.
People forget that team was a literal dynasty.
Yeah, dude.
And for those who haven't seen the show Big or the 30 for 30 Big Shot, this guy named John Spano, who is essentially worth a couple $1 million only, which still not bad. To buy a hockey team, you have to be a billionaire.
Yeah, 100%.
And he basically scammed his way into owning them for an entire month.
Dude, it's
and
crazy.
he was operating as owner for an entire month, and he hadn't paid them any money. Like they'd say, okay, you need to pay us like $10 million. He'd send him over 1,000 and say like that it was like a typo.
Yeah.
He scammed his way out of it for a good month. So I think this rebrand was literally one of the first things he did.
Right.
So
it's tough.
Yeah,
that was
crazy.
like one of the OG 30 for 30s as well. Like, that
Yeah,
was an old
it's a
one.
really good. It's a really good one. But
Definitely watched it
I'm
on a
glad.
couple
I'm glad
points.
they kind of gave the ode to that though.
I think it's a great era like to check out and everything. I think the thing about the reverse retros is like a lot of these teams are doing designs that everybody fucking hated. You know what I mean? Like, everybody hated the Nashville like dopey cat and everything.
Yeah.
Like, everybody hated
But
that shit.
it also looks cool. Like, I'm looking up the Tampa Bay Lightning ones.
Right.
Were awesome too. Like, I really enjoyed those retro logos from like when they were in the first round of the Stanley Cup when they were in with 05. Who was on? He was on the.
It was like St. Louis and Dave Anderschuck.
Yeah,
that whole
yeah.
run.
He was on the cover of NHL 2005 or whatever.
Danny
But that shit-
LeCavier.
Oh, yeah, it was
Danny
really-
LeCavier.
Yeah, right.
So
Former Flyers legend.
the funniest thing why I mentioned Detroit and Chicago, they literally did the same jersey.
Yeah, they just wrote the city.
And here's the thing. And here's the thing. Detroit did it way better. Like,
Yeah.
I love the two. Like, Chicago. First of all, Chicago, just in general, like, there's only so much you can do at this point because they've had literally like 87 jerseys.
Yeah.
So I mean, Detroit, you can't fuck with history, but also like last year's jersey was so bad.
Yeah.
It like they literally just did their standard jersey, and you're like, what if we added some gray? Like, it's trash. So yeah, that's a tough look. What was the one that was like really just god awful? Oh man, there were a lot of them. Like, there were some of them that were. The Ducks. So the Ducks, I hate that the Ducks keep trying. Like, just do the fucking eggplant, do the green, call it a day. Stop adding in. Well, and also if you're gonna add in your current colors and everything like that, I'm fine with the orange. The orange breezers with it though, fucking trash.
Here's a terrible one.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
The Dallas Stars.
Norm Green still sucks. Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, they can't.
They kind of tried to steal some of our tradition along with.
Open door, please.
Open the door.
Yeah, it's hot as fuck.
Yeah,
okay.
this room heats up with all the technology and
policy.
people in it. But these are bad.
Those are bad.
Dallas Stars.
Dude, it's a shame. I mean, it's an absolute shame that we can't have a reverse retro in this league with the North Star jersey. And it's because we know the Stars technically could do it, I think, legally, but they know they get so much shit
they would
from
get roasted
from Minnesota.
into the fucking sun for that.
But Minnesota can't do it because Norm Green not only sold the fucking team, he sold the naming rights.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
I think you could maybe pull like the M, you know what I mean, from like that god awful like third jersey that the Wild did back in like 2013. You could take that M and do something with it, but like, yeah, I mean, I think at one point you just got to move on. I'm saying this as I'm wearing a North Star shirt. I really think you need to move on at one point and just like embrace the fact that this this team within the next 2-3 years will be here as long as the North Stars were.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of got to just lean into it a little bit more. But I also get embracing tradition.
We were talking about them defaulting to their first ever jersey.
Yeah, I just was looking that up.
Those are really sweet,
Yeah.
and
That
especially
lettering's sick.
after people saw the goalie wearing it.
Yeah.
With the gold helmet, I think that would be a good look.
Dude, Manny Fernandez in that fucking crispy 2000-2001 jersey.
The jagged
darling.
numbers.
Yeah,
Incredible.
bring that back.
This
I
one's
know,
kind
we
of a
need that.
steamy take for me. Maybe I just hate yellow jerseys. I don't like the St. Louis reverse retro.
Really?
And everybody loves that shit.
I think
Yeah,
those
they're
ones
top
are
5
pretty
of everyone's
sweet.
power
Dude,
rankings.
yeah, everybody loves that shit. I just don't like yellow jerseys. That's just a me preference. The logo, fantastic. Super into it. Apparently it was a prototype. Like they never even used the jersey. But I can't do yellow, man.
I like yellow as a secondary color, like Boston.
Fantastic. Yeah.
It goes really well with that.
It works.
Yeah, in certain photos,
They
in
should've
in
kept it
certain
blue.
light, like this one is bad. But,
Yeah.
but then you see this shot and it's a little better.
Yeah.
Ultimately, when you're called the Blues, you should primarily have the
Yeah.
blue
Here's the
on
thing.
your jersey.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, Ohio still sucks because Columbus literally shit the bed. It's the one that was absolutely dog shit. It was so bad. It's literally their same jersey, but it's black and blue.
Ohio is just South,
yeah,
South Michigan.
Yeah.
I heard Ohio doesn't exist.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
that's
It
what I
doesn't.
said, South
Ohio,
Michigan.
yeah, or it's Kentucky. It's just greater Kentucky or whatever.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It depends on where you live.
Well, something we're going to transition into as well. I know you do the Friday Night Lights. You go to high school
Yeah,
football
man.
games. How's that? What's the best one you've been to?
It's a tie between Andover and Shakopee.
That's interesting. Wow.
So yeah, I know it's crazy. It's a weird pick. We went to 8 schools. No, more than 8. Was it 8, 9? I lost track after a while. But there were early on, I think we were still trying to figure it out. So we went to Lakeville to start out, and they brought it. We went to St. Thomas, and I think that the problem is that the problem with doing this shit is sometimes you just gotta. Oh, did you go to St. Thomas?
No, Cam was just gross.
Oh yeah, no, it was
Yo,
disgusting.
gross. I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
Fuck St. Thomas.
It was tough, dude. I mean, some people just didn't understand what we were doing. I feel like I have to explain every time. It's just hey, listen, we're not doing a broadcast of the actual game. I'm not capable of doing so. I don't know. All we're doing is I'm doing my show and just shouting out with other teachers, fans, kids, whatever, because we have a young audience. I'm just this is just a way to highlight the school spirit and everything.
Yeah.
And some people just still couldn't wrap their brain
grasp
around
the concept.
wait, but it's not a real what are you doing here? And so St. Thomas just sat us in the fucking corner away from everything, and I was just what are we talking? I don't know what their vibe is. I don't know.
right?
So I was
Well, fuck
this.
them.
Yeah, so it was weird. It's all good. I mean, hey, listen, here's the thing. Do your thing. If you want to send your kid there, fuck it, whatever. It's your decision. But yeah, we went to Andover, and what we realized was Andover is such a small town that the fucking whole town shows up.
Sports town, though.
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
my God. Literally, away bleachers, if the home bleachers were all Andover fans, and it was crazy.
Top tier sports town.
Yeah, dude. And so we're I'll talk about what we're doing for hockey season coming up in a few, but dude, Andover just fucking was crazy. And then Shakopee, it was for a playoff game, and their student section, I had them do. I was I feel like this is the student section, and I'll do it. And I was okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna spread side to side, and we're all gonna come together. And they're oh, the parting of the Red Sea. Now I went to hardcore shows growing up, so we call that a wall of death. And they were very thrown off by that. They were what the fuck does that mean? I'm I'm sorry you went to church camp. My bad. Yeah, right. But yeah. So and that was wild. So we got tons of traction on TikTok and everything from it and everything, and so much so that we're gonna carry it over into hockey season.
Yeah,
so we're gonna do
yeah.
we're
Puck
gonna,
control, right?
Puck Patrol, yes.
Puck Patrol.
Yes. Paw Patrol, Puck Patrol, Puck
fuck
whatever. Yeah, dude. I mean, we were going to call it Friday Night Ice, but then we realized, oh, wait, not all the games are on Fridays.
Oh,
so, yeah,
true.
we
Good
had to-
call on that
Yeah,
one.
so we had to switch that up. But we're super excited. I think first week, we're still trying to figure it out, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be at Eden Prairie for the Champions Cup, so that'll be great. And then we'll figure it out from there. We basically have to call the school and be hey, are we good to be here? So and then 9 times out of 10 they're cool. But who knows?
Yeah.
Last time I went to a Shakopee sporting event, I realized a lot of their fans are embarrassed of their city name because they're just yelling, "Let's go Shako." They leave out the P in their name.
No,
I'm not sure if
Shako
they did that when
P.
you were there.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know what it is,
abbreviation,
dude.
maybe?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so weird.
Let's go Shako.
Or it's just too many words.
It's just
I guess.
or too many letters.
I was so
Let's
tired
go
of it being
Burnsy. I wouldn't call Burnsville Burnsy.
Yeah.
They're so
Yeah.
tired
Let's
of
go
it being
Burns.
mispronounced. They're fuck it, we're just gonna shorten
Shock,
it. Yeah,
shock,
exactly.
shock,
Shakopee.
Shakopee.
Or the
Shukopee.
stereotype is that they're just all on meth there, so they can't figure it out.
I mean,
don't
listen,
know.
you're far enough south of the cities. I'm sure you'll find some at one
Yeah,
point.
right, exactly.
Jeez.
You walk around
But
long enough.
yeah.
Dude, Jake and I grew up right fucking next to Shakopee and Savage.
Yeah.
Oh shit. The badge. Yeah.
The badge. Let's go badge.
I'm calling it that now from now on.
Oh, dude, one of
The
my
badge.
coworkers
Heard
lives down there. Musk from K102. He lives in Savage.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
He's just like, yeah, the badge.
See, I never heard that before. I've always
think
just,
that's
you're a
awesome.
savage. The badge is better. I'm gonna
That's
start using
so much
that.
better.
That's incredible.
The first time, no matter who it is, like ask me, so where are you from, Minnesota? The badge. Excuse me.
Yeah, right.
But
The
even
badge.
even if I say like when I was at UND, where are you from, Minnesota? Savage. They're like,
What?
there's no way your city's named Savage. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, it fucking
It's
is.
like, no,
And
it
to
is.
me, it
Well, it's
sounds
like,
normal.
It's like motherfuckers are from Coon Rapids and everything.
yeah.
It's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, just lengthen the name.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's been long enough. You know what I mean? Oh my god, it's crazy. bro.
goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, are you still playing the bass every now and then?
You know, here and there. Just
Smacking
like,
the bass?
Dude, I walked into the crib and I was like, oh shit, you got a little setup here,
Yeah.
which I'm sure you never touch. But like, it was, yeah, dude, I still mess around here and there and everything like that. Obviously, don't take it
I
seriously.
think
but
I saw a video of you. You were playing a 5-string bass.
I
Did
was,
I see that?
yeah. So I got a little
Fuck yeah,
5.
dude.
I mess around, dude. You know, I make sure I got the gear and everything like that. Mind you, like I have like 7, and I maybe touched 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Like once every.
We were talking about that before the show, though. It's way cooler to just own a ton of guitars
Right.
or basses or drums or whatever and not use any of them.
Bro,
That's what
Keep
it's
them
like.
in good condition, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what it's like to be a cool guy.
We were saying that it's like stereotypical middle-aged white man move is to have just a drum set in your basement you never touch.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Like akin to the Step Brothers, kind of vibe. You know?
And then once you have kids, that thing goes into storage because they keep
Yeah,
fucking.
but-
with it.
100%,
or,
bro.
or-
Exactly.
Or you got to sell it. Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kids just want to play them. It's like, isn't that the point?
They're waking me
that's
up.
why they're there, dude. Yeah, exactly. Maybe don't buy one then.
Yeah.
genius. Or don't have kids. I don't know. Whatever the fuck you want to do.
I mean, I will say though well, I don't touch Zane's basses, so as he knows, as far as he knows. Oh, but when nobody is in the house, I will smack at the drums and smack at the guitar.
Or when you guys
But,
are busy, I'll fuck with the bass.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it isn't
Fucking
totally
the bass.
untouched, but
You know
it's
it.
a
Nice. Love it.
conversation
Love to see
piece
it.
at this point more than just actually playing it. But
Fair enough.
well, when you get me tickets to the Blink-182 show, I'm gonna watch you do a guest bass riff with Mark Hoppus up there.
Oh, bro. I mean, Mark Hoppus is the goat. One of the goats, I think, for sure. Dude's incredible. 100%. Or Franz from Turnstile. Fucking, oh, dude, he's fucking incredible. I don't know. Going back to Turnstile here, just fucking great. Anyway.
It all comes
Fuck yeah,
around.
dude.
Well, speaking of
Being
music,
real.
Speaking of music, we actually have 3 songs. We have Thick Boy Summer, Football's Back, as well. Which Football's Back isn't really relevant because
It's outdated.
those were last year's jokes, but also Golf Guys. How do we get our songs on the air? What's the process?
Hey, man. So what you're
Jack, add a
Hey,
smoke detector.
what you can
Yeah,
do
true.
Like from
Add
Nathan
smoke
for you.
detector. Yeah.
What you can do is email promotions at kdwb.com and it'll get lost in the mail.
Okay.
Dude, fuck yeah.
It'll get automatically directed to a junk folder.
I listen. I love listening to the local music. I will listen to it, but I can't promise airplay. Number one,
No,
'cause
they're-
it's illegal.
yeah.
not you guys. I'm just saying in general. Like if anybody out here is an aspiring artist, it's like, oh, what the fuck? Why don't you play local music?
I'm your friend.
Like
No,
you're my boy. We've been.
These songs are also highly inappropriate too. So
Thick Boy Summer actually is an anthem that I listen to quite often because me being
yeah.
a thick boy,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's fantastic for sure. So absolute vibes.
It's funny if you Google us, Google recognizes us as musical artists.
That's magical.
I think if you pull it up, pull it up.
It's a
Zane.
fucking
Is
magical
it 10K
moment.
takes or 10,000 takes?
I think it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
10K takes.
Listen.
Musical
Let's
artists.
go.
Thick Boy Summer 2021.
I think you
Golf
guys
Guys
made it.
2022.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Zane's bars in that fucking. I was gonna say Zane's
10K
bars in
takes.
that song were underrated. Honestly,
Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
for sure.
that.
There's a topic. Is that what that was?
Yeah, that was a topic. So whenever you're, I think
Dude, yeah,
Jay
look at
goes
that.
through our Spotify. However we upload our shit to Spotify.
Disco
and all that.
Kid.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
also do it at YouTube
Yeah.
under topic.
love it. Oh my goodness. Nah, it's
Yep.
fantastic. We'd love to see it, but no, I'm not putting your shit on there.
Well, Minneapolis Kids, we could because it's on brand.
It is. It was on
Nice,
93X, but that
It
is your
was.
one of your
That-
competitors.
That's
the
fine. No,
band.
dude, fuck it, man. Every radio station's chilling. If you got a problem with me, then you're just old balls. Fuck off.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
fuck you.
You're just old.
You're just
You're
old
old as
balls,
fuck.
bro. No, seriously. If you're
In this day and age, we can all coexist and how
God,
everyone's
together.
consuming media.
if you're beefing with another radio station, retire. Like, I'm sorry, you're old as fuck.
This
Like,
isn't the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
bruh.
who cares, bro? There's like 5 of us that work in the industry. Like, it's like, yeah, seriously.
You know, people don't have to choose one station either.
No, exactly. I'm like, it is what it is for sure. I'm sorry that you're not number one at night, but at the same time,
Oh shit! Shots fired.
no, it's cool. It's whatever. It's all fucking through Nielsen and some shit. Nielsen's weird, but like, no, dude. Like, listen, just do what you want to do, man. Like, have fun, enjoy yourself. Stop focusing. Like, that's the thing is, like, I noticed that I did like some charity event the other day, and like TV people, like for the most part, are so fucking chill. Because, like, I think they just got fired earlier than we did. So I think they just, like, got used to it and everything, and everybody just kind of coexists. I think here in the cities, I think we're pretty laid back. But I know people in, like, Philly and, like, other towns. Des Moines was one of them where there was, like, a weird, awkward beef amongst radio stations.
Was it like an Anchorman situation?
Yeah, it's, like, weird. Not even, a little bit. But, like,
They all meet and fight in the town square.
Yeah, exactly. Square up in the sculpture garden, you know
Bunch
what I
of
mean?
radio guys.
Yeah, man. No, it's just like I think there's just such an old, and it's because there's so many people that have just been doing it since like the 80s and just like don't want to let it go. And like, you know, it's kind of like Ric Flair, you know, like when he was wrestling at 73 and passes out in the ring twice. It's like they're willing to let it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm just kind of like
Tom Brady will get there too.
yeah, exactly. And I'm just kind of like, fuck it, man. Let's just chill. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Like, we're all just having fun, enjoying ourselves. If you got a problem, then it's waste your own time. You know what I mean? So
yeah, we haven't been in the Minnesota radio scene that long, but at least from what I can tell, everyone seems pretty amicable with each other.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Everybody, I think it's more the fans and the listeners that are the ones that are a little bit
beefing
like,
with each other.
for sure. I mean, like there's been plenty of times I've been at events and stuff like that, and I'll have a KDWB shirt on or something like that, and somebody will be like 93X Brotherhood, and I'm like,
calm down.
That's just you, Kenny. Like,
And I think your name, I can just tell your name is Kenny.
That's
100%.
That's just you, Gage.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like, I get it.
Trevor.
You want to listen to Disturbed and
Sage
Five
Trevor.
Finger Death Punch. Like, some people don't
calm
want to.
down.
It's okay.
Exactly.
Relax. Yeah.
That's great.
No,
man.
I just think it's so funny if there are still people beefing, maybe in Philly, about specifically even like AM radio stations. Fuck you, AM 910, AM 1120 for the win.
Yeah,
bro, you guys are
should,
still AM still on the air.
We should start beef about local news stations. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you, KSTP. Like, I'm a Fox 9
Let's
guy.
start some shit.
I'm
Yeah.
Care 11 till I die. Pull it up. You got like a gang sign on your forearm.
Bro,
Why?
Big
Why?
11. Like, Care 11. Like,
Why do you like them more? Better
This-
anchors. They all report the news.
Care 11 East Side?
Yeah, they all do the same shit.
Yeah, bro. At least with radio, you
let's
have different
start that.
genres of music and different, personalities and all that.
Care 11 has a nice fucking set, though. I will say.
Okay.
Like, their set is like the
Yeah.
nicest out of everybody's.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Have you been to all of them?
I have been to Care 11. I've been to Fox 9. I have a homie with Care 11 and saw the area. I was like,
Yeah.
shit, this is kinda
WCCO is
one of
pretty
them.
nice,
I think
though.
one of them is
Yeah.
close to here, isn't it? Golden Valley. Is that
Yeah,
That's Care 11.
Yeah, it's Care 11. Care 11's right down the road, and then
Local.
Fox 9's in like Eden Prairie, Edina area. So yeah, for sure. I say Eden Prairie because I'm pretty sure it's in Edina. And I don't want to tell.
Yeah,
people
but,
Yeah,
to go
that's
know,
all
down
that.
often.
Bloomington, Eden Prairie, and Edina are the same place.
There's some weird boundaries down
They're,
there,
they're a
but
little. They're
just make sure you don't fall in.
bunch of
Edina.
rich people
Yeah.
there. I don't.
Yeah, you know
fucking
they all got way more money than I do. So
Yeah,
for sure,
Yeah,
is what
totally
it
makes
is.
sense.
Yeah, man.
Do you guys have any other questions?
Yeah, what do you got for me? It's all good.
Yeah, my last one would be like, do you have any big plans coming up for the new year?
I mean, we got Puck Patrol, obviously. That's big.
Yep.
I got that whole
Fuck yeah.
marriage thing that's happening.
Yeah,
congratulations.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear about that, man.
Oh my God. Yeah.
How
to my
long,
bank
nice
account.
knowing
how long
you.
have you guys been together?
We've been together since 2019, early 2019, and we met in Iowa, and she's from here.
Yeah.
So it's like funny. Coincidence I got the gig here. But yeah, man. And then I proposed last February, and yeah, we're finally getting around to it.
Relationship
man.
survived the pandemic.
Yeah,
Always love to hear
Yeah,
that.
dude. Yeah. Oh my God. For
Love
real.
story.
Crazy. Well, she was gonna move. She was coming up for like 2 weeks, like everybody else. And she, she like was like, oh, I'll come up for 2 weeks and I'll move back down. And she never did. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was kind of cool for sure. So I got that, and then obviously keeping it going with KD and just trying to fucking keep shit going on social. I mean, TikTok's always growing and everything. And
Yeah, where can the people find you?
yeah, E White on the mic, E like the letter, white like the color on the MIC, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. If Twitter still exists in like a week, I don't
Yeah,
fucking know, man.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, it is what it is. You
E
know?
to the WHITE on the mic, KDWB
Keeping it
out.
keeping it real.
Keeping it
real,
real, you know what I'm saying?
I need you to do the intro to my show. Seriously, I did
Yeah,
the
let's
intro.
just-
Y'all,
yeah, we can do
circling
intro
back
swap.
around. Why don't we just trade it out? Real talk. Seriously, please
That-
tell the people who we're listening to.
All right,
Please.
so you're listening to EW. Okay, fuck.
you
Now
already
you put me on the
fucked up.
spot.
Pressure.
All right,
Yeah,
no, I
just
keep
say-
forgetting the 2. You got to add the 2.
It's all good. You got this.
All right. You're listening to E to the WHITE on the mic on KDWB. You know what I'm saying? Peace.
Well, I'm half-mast. It's beautiful. I think we can call it there, boys.
Fucking right.
That's like the whitest intro I think I've heard in my entire life.
Dude, it's great. It's great.
Majestic,
Yeah,
quite frankly.
It is. It's great.
Incredible. But EY, before we let you go, you got to do the rapid fire. I think you've done it a couple times
let's do
now.
it, baby. We got it.
We've switched up the questions, so these
Allegedly.
are totally new ones.
Yes.
I'm sweating.
As a radio guy, specifically a DJ, you're on a deserted island for the rest of your life. You can listen to one song of choice for the rest of your time there. What is it?
Currently, it's "Carry On My Wayward Son" by Kansas. That's just been kind of my vibe. Are you guys wrestling fans?
Yeah.
We've been to
A little
events.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
Went to
enough.
the AEW one.
AEW Young Bucks, Kenny Omega just came out to carry on
Yeah.
my wayward son this past weekend.
We went when CM Punk was still with the organization.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. to that.
Goosebumps. Goosebumps. Look in my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
What do you see?
Instant
It's a cult
erections.
of personality.
I've never heard the
Magical.
Target Center erupt like that.
Yeah,
Thanks
crazy.
to the Timberwolves.
Shout Pat Bev, R.I.P.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's great. Hey, carry on.
Wrestling tangent.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite sport to watch?
To watch? Ooh. I'm not a big tennis guy. I can't do it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I think that's a valid answer.
respectful
Of the big 4 or 5, I think soccer is the one I can't. But like, it's I know it's a tough take right now because
Yeah, I
everybody
mean,
and their mom's into soccer. So
This is the only time of year where I will watch soccer.
yeah,
But
Saudi Arabia.
then I
just
watch
beat
it. Then I just turn it
Argentina,
on
so
and
that-
fucking tie.
Yeah, like
This is why I don't watch it.
Soccer fans are just not to be sorry. I'm fucking up the rapid fire. Soccer fans just all assume like when I go to Looms games, everybody assumes you're a hardcore soccer fan. So like, I got a conversation with some dude for 20 minutes, and because I said I liked Liverpool, I lied through my teeth.
Yep, that
yeah,
sucked
they're
you
like
in.
they're like, oh dude, crazy PKs the other day. I'm like, what does that
course,
mean?
man.
You're like,
Canals.
sorry, I have better things to do at 7 a.m. on a Sunday.
Right, exactly.
Like
Anyway,
sleep.
I will say, tennis on television, absolutely boring. I've been to exactly one tennis match my whole life. Is between Roger Federer and some guy named Tsonga. Tsonga beat the shit out of him. That was really cool to watch
All
it
right.
in person.
cool. Fair enough.
Yep.
Right.
All right.
What was that, Cam?
Random. That was like the only tennis match I've ever watched on TV.
And, the one that I
That's
was
so
at,
crazy.
That's hilarious.
Now you guys.
Cameron.
It's
now
meant
you-
to be so fucking adorable. It was meant to be.
Now you guys are brothers for life
It's true,
Amazing.
it's true. We've always been
It's
brothers
key.
for life.
through a tennis match. All right, best state fair beer.
Ooh.
What? Right, we were trashing them a couple hours.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say
couple
like
segments ago.
I'm not again when it comes to like the fancy beers and everything like that. I keep it straight. For what's the one from fucking Liftbridge? They had like some like peach tea beer or some shit. That was really good. That was good. And then otherwise, I just drink Northeast, man. I'm a simple man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Liftbridge had a key lime pie beer that's actually
That-
all right.
That's good.
Liftbridge
the one
does
that
a
got
really
good.
good job.
That's
I will
right.
say underrated brewery.
They're root
Shout out to
beer
them.
too.
Dude. Yeah, they
Root
kill
beer.
it.
Had that at the
100%.
state fair this year.
Yeah, man. Liftbridge over in Stillwater. Check them out for sure.
Great place.
Yeah.
Great place. What is your favorite stadium?
There's a caveat. You must have attended a game there.
I
Oh,
think
shit.
that's fair.
I
I've been.
forgot.
I've been to all of them.
It was all caps in the sheet. And I didn't
Here,
read it.
Caveat.
here or anywhere.
Anywhere.
Ooh, okay, shit. That's tough. Okay, so I will say the best I've been to is probably. You know what? Fuck it. I was gonna say it is like the underrated one. Fuck Safeco Field or T-Mobile Park out in
Okay.
fucking Seattle, dude.
Yeah.
Seattle fans are wild.
I'm sure.
They're all crazy. I swear to
man,
God.
right? That's
Dude,
what they're
yeah,
big
no,
for.
and it's even for fucking baseball. And like obviously this year the Mariners had a crazy run. The energy in that stadium, they had a walk-off win. Electric, honestly, underrated. So I think T-Mobile Park was probably one of the best stadiums I've been to. I haven't been to Wrigley, I haven't been to Fenway, but like I think like anybody could say a baseball stadium and they'd be correct. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
A baseball stadium for the right team.
Yeah,
for
100%.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've been to Twins playoff games.
Yeah.
and totally different energy, but like
Yeah.
when they're actually winning,
Yeah.
it's louder than any other stadium.
You got to be, and hockey's the same way too. You got to be in the right town.
You're
Like
right.
I like Ball Arena. I went to a game last year. They played the Wild, the Avs, and
Yeah.
the energy in there was fantastic. Also, the seats were very fucking comfortable. So
Damn.
yeah, I know.
say
I know not to compliment
Very
the Avs on
cushy.
this podcast, but you know,
Very cushy seats.
very cushy, very comfortable.
Must be nice.
And we
Yeah.
can tie that in with Blink-182 as well. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah. Love to
Yes.
see that.
All the
Love it.
small things.
There you go. First world problem bugging you at the moment.
Ooh. My dad missed his flight today, so like
Oh, yeah.
so I think that's like a first world problem. He overslept. He's he's a
Yeah.
dumbass. It's fine. I love him. Love you, Eddie. But yeah, so he's hopping on tomorrow. But like yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm like, all right, dude, like come on, what are we doing?
Inconvenience.
Exactly. Like
Thanks
I know
for the inconvenience.
Like, yeah, well, it's his fault. It's his fucking money. So like whatever.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true.
Exactly,
That's true.
for sure.
Is a hot dog considered a sandwich to you?
Yeah, Why not? You know,
Okay.
I mean, I don't think it's that hot of a
Okay.
take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's in between buns.
I would
You know
say
what I'm
Some
saying?
people it is a hot
You're
take.
the
Yeah.
first guest that actually said yes immediately. I think we were able to convince Sammy Adams after a little bit of arguing with them.
Oh,
but
really?
you're the first one
Okay.
to be like, yep, right away.
Oh man,
Yep.
no, I just fuck it. Go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah.
do what
Yeah.
you want to do with your life. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Label it
fuck
however
what
you
do
want.
with it, Yeah.
If your laptop could speak, what would it say?
Ooh. A lot of milfs.
Yeah.
a lot of milfs.
Dude, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yep. No, it's a very honest answer.
Oh, man. It's an ample amount. It's a concerning amount.
Yeah. There's an aggressive amount of MILFs on there. Maybe a couple
Oh,
gilfs,
no,
depending on
it's
where the
milk.
line's
I love
dry.
to forage.
I'm lactose intolerant, bro. I don't know if that
Oh
works.
shit! Never mind.
Milk-
Damn it.
yeah,
Then
milk-
this other
yeah.
one.
That's
Yeah.
why
Cut
you're
it.
always watching in
There's
the
a cor-
bathroom.
yeah, there's a correlation there
Oh,
somewhere.
God.
Least favorite fast food place.
Arby's. I hate on Arby's pretty hard. I mean, and here's the thing: is like they're not that bad, but like, yeah, they just it never hits.
Okay.
We
Incons-
have the meats.
Consistently
They
average.
do wings now. That's kind of weird.
That's kind of fucked up.
Well,
yeah, for sure.
What do they
I
say?
haven't been to like Jack in the Box or like Hardee's or anything like that. I know that's always people's defaults and shit
Yeah.
like that, but yeah, I've just never been to those places.
Carl Jr.'s.
Yeah, like they just have fucking everything.
Long John Silver's is still the funniest answer we get.
Long John Silver.
That's a good answer though. Real talk, honestly. If you have too long of a fucking menu as like a fast food place, I think you're kind of mid. You know,
Yeah.
so like, and Arby's is one of them.
Yeah.
They just
fast
increase, man.
I
They,
still just can't believe they're selling wings in like a box.
Dog, well, it's like they do that fucking
Sussy.
challenge now too and everything. It's just like fucking crazy.
Stop trying.
Stop it. Stop. You don't need to do it.
I don't hate Arby's, but when other people hate on them, it's easy to join in.
It's an easy one to shit on. I
Yeah,
would say
yeah.
for sure.
I
Yeah.
love Arby's.
Oh,
Oh.
you look like somebody who loves.
I'm
Arby's.
a big
You love that
Arby's guy.
synthetic ass roast
Yes.
beef. You
yeah,
know,
dude.
psycho.
And the chicken sandwiches are good too, and the gyros are actually amazing.
The ice cream shake.
Wait,
Dude.
wait, they have gyros.
Yeah, they have
Hold the fuck
gyros
up.
and they
Hold the
are
fuck
fucking
up.
good.
They have wings
my
and
God.
euros.
Oh, the
and
wings I haven't tried yet. That's weird.
See, like you shouldn't be doing this. Like,
The
just-
beef and cheddars are amazing. The curly fries, the shake.
curly fries do
A
hit, I
euro
will
is
say,
a little
yeah.
a little too bougie for
But
fast
dude,
food.
their euros are fucking amazing.
Dog. Fucking me
Yes.
up right now. Oh my god.
They're good.
You can get
They're
euros,
good.
chicken nuggets, and a shake.
Like,
Hey,
shut the
at the
fuck
same
up.
place, and wings.
Yeah,
It's
like
good.
It's too much,
Beef
bro.
and cheddar.
Real
They,
talk.
do they have a burger? They probably have a burger.
Nah.
They
No,
did
they
apparently. Yeah.
That's their whole bit.
They probably tried. I bet
I
one
think
time.
they
were-
have,
I think
like-
they did for like a hot second.
And
It was
everyone's
like,
like,
I'm not trying
I
the
saw it
burger.
over food TikTok, and everybody said it was shit. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know,
Nah,
they
not
probably
doing a
gave it
burger
up
there.
after one day.
yeah.
Not gonna happen.
What is the best jersey in sports of all time? Any sport? What comes to mind?
You know what? Immediately in my head, I think Detroit Red Wings. I like that. Just that jersey's so iconic. I'm biased towards the Flyers. I won't lie, but that Red Wings jersey.
Just
is
their standard one that they're currently rocking?
Yeah,
or which
just
one?
the red,
Yeah.
just the classic red. I
Yeah.
just think hits. You know,
Well,
what
it's
I mean?
original. They haven't
Clean.
really changed anything.
Which like, listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I
Yeah.
think that's just an incredible jersey for sure. Tupac said it best. He wore it. He was rocking it. So yeah, he gets
yeah.
it. He gets
yeah,
it for sure.
yeah, big time. The final one. Give us your strike three call.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I thought you had like a heart attack in the middle of that. For a
No,
second.
that's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
sound
It's
like
the
though.
same. It's the same noise you make: heart attack, shit, possibly nut. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
Possibly not.
The
Possibly,
vinegar
nut.
strokes.
possibly tear your ACL
Yeah,
playing
right.
Thanksgiving
Yeah,
football.
It's an evergreen.
Universal.
It's an evergreen sound for sure.
yeah. Well, E White, always a blast having you,
Boys.
man. Always make sure to support E White on socials and on KDWB.
Yes.
Dude. Hey, I mean,
Best night show guy out there.
hey man, listen, and always, you know, I've fucking seen the journey. I've seen everything you guys have built. It's always cool I'm glad that I can keep on being a part of it in some sort of way. So it's super cool.
You're,
So,
you're always welcome back. And now you know where we live.
Yeah,
so you
fuck
can come
yeah.
over
Yeah.
whenever you want.
Which
Come
so
over,
much better.
whenever.
The old fucking place was like, God,
It was a closet.
fucking forever. It took me forever to get there. Now it's like a hop, skip, and the jump away. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Man. So,
Yeah.
Hey, let's
fuck
find
it.
some time
Yeah.
this year to hit up an outdoor rink. Let's do some content together. This
Yeah.
year.
Let's
Go
for
skating.
Let's play some puck.
Dog, well, I'm a yard sale on fucking skates, but I'm here.
Oh,
for
I
it.
am
I'm
too.
here for
Don't
the
worry, I am
content.
too. So
Let's
Or
be
hit
real.
up a dive bar.
Dude,
you know?
we'll do something like that for sure. Fuck, you guys are gonna be a hockey day, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we're
We'll be
planning
there.
on it.
We'll be
Fuck
there.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, we'll link up. We'll do some shit there too.
Yep.
So fuck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Thank
I'll
God
see-
we don't have to drive very far for that this year.
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
To the WHITE. Know what I'm saying?
Sign off with that. Thanks, man.
Hey everyone, make sure to catch us on the Minnesota Vikings pregame show on KFAN, where we will be doing a minute to 3 minute segment on something funny regarding the Minnesota Vikings. We do it before every single Minnesota Vikings game, so before the Thanksgiving game coming up, we will be doing one of these fantastic bits, and of course the week after that, the week after that, the week after that, until the Vikings eventually win the Super Bowl or get our hearts ripped out, which I think we're all expecting. So yeah, make sure to catch us on the Minnesota Vikings pregame on KFAN.
All right, welcome back to It's a Bit. Always electric with our friend E. White. He's been on the original Minnesota Rundown. He's been on It's a Bit once, and he was on one of the first ever episodes of Wild Takes before it was even Devin Zuch, Marlowe, and all those guys doing it. So he's always great to have him here. But let's get into the final segment. We have the Thanksgiving food draft. Thanksgiving is just 2 days away, probably a day away from when you're listening to this. Maybe you're on your way to the family's house now, or you're flying. Hope you have a safe travel. But let's do a quick snake draft of our favorite Thanksgiving foods. And this can include any dish, desserts, cocktails, whatever you want. I'll hand it off to you, journalist Jake.
How many rounds are we doing?
Let's just do 3.
3. Okay. I was gonna say I'll run out of foods.
Yeah, there's not enough things to do like 5. That would just be that'd be a fat guy move.
That'd be
a fat guy move, which is totally fine. But
all right.
Ding
ding ding ding ding ding. With the first overall pick of the 2022 Best Thanksgiving Dish Draft.
We got there.
I myself, JJ Select.
Wow.
I'm giving myself.
Rigged.
I have
just
not
like
had
the World Cup in Qatar. It's
yes,
fucking rigged.
Yeah, it's all fucking rigged.
Just kidding. They didn't rig their game, and I lost the money line. Anyways,
I drafted number 1 overall, mashed potatoes and gravy.
Fuck.
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh yes,
that was gonna be my number 1 too.
That's it's just. I mean, you can definitely people prepare it differently. There can be different recipes into what you can go into it. Like there can be a garlic and herb kind of mashed potatoes. But just in general, like it's just amazing, the gravy and everything. It kind of complements everything else. You can put the gravy, kind of mash the potatoes in with some other stuff and eat it with the turkey. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying I'm taking turkey. I'm just saying it can goes with complements everything. So that's why I'm going to take it number 1 overall.
Our roommate houseboy Donnie, who I went to college with, he'll just cook up a packet of mashed potatoes and just eat it out of the pot with a fork. That's all he'll have for dinner. So it's
beautiful.
It's bold though, because like I don't know, I have mashed potatoes all the time and with gravy. Like I don't know, in terms of Thanksgiving dishes, I'm not gonna rank it that high because of that factor.
It depends on who you are, because I only eat it like once a year.
Yeah, I don't have it as much, and if I do have it outside of Thanksgiving, but the best time I think the people put the most effort into it is Thanksgiving.
The most love into it.
Most love and effort into the recipe.
With mashed potatoes, that's the kind of thing you can kind of mix into the other parts of your plate, and it'll make anything taste better.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's amazing
because it's 90% salt.
Exactly.
And butter. And the other 10% is butter.
Yes. And just fluffy goodness. All right. Ding, ding, doo, 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 ding, doo. With the second overall pick in the 2022 Best Thanksgiving Dish Draft, Cam selects.
I'm just going to get this one out of the way. Turkey.
Oh, man.
Mashed potatoes would have been my 1-1, but
I don't know, dude.
Turkey, those things for me go together.
It's not too dry for you?
No, I just
well, it can be prepared a lot of different ways. Like my family, last year, they deep fried the turkey, and that was delicious.
So, or there's light turkey and dark turkey meat. Dark turkey meat's usually a little more
dark meat's
juicy.
good, but that usually goes first.
But exactly, so you got to be careful.
I always let the elders go in line first because I respect them so much.
Especially if you're combining it with mashed potatoes and gravy, you can just dunk it in gravy.
So I'm saying you combine all that shit together, and then it's not dry.
So what are our thoughts on switching this long lasting tradition of eating turkey on Thanksgiving? We substitute it for ham.
No,
my family does both.
Some people do both.
I'm cool with that. But then again, ham's a Christmas thing.
But not,
I was gonna say,
I get it.
Not ham only.
I love ham though.
Yeah, actually, there needs to at least be a turkey there.
Exactly. You need turkey on Thanksgiving.
Jake's very passionate about that.
For whatever reason, we've done like turkey on Thanksgiving. We do prime rib for Christmas for whatever reason.
Oh, we do that too,
which is fantastic. And
Christmas
then
Eve prime rib.
For ham, we do Easter. It's like Easter.
Ham is yes,
that is for sure an Easter thing. I
Big
guess
Easter
we kind of do ham all the time. So, all right, I'll put.
You don't like turkey?
No, I do like turkey. I think it's a little overrated in my opinion.
I agree. Like if I not let's say it's not Thanksgiving, it's a normal day. Would I rather have a turkey or a ham? I'd choose ham.
Yeah,
probably. Yes,
tradition.
All right. Ding, ding, doo, 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 ding, doo. With the third overall pick in the 2022 Best Thanksgiving Dishes Draft, Wag selects.
I'm gonna go with stuffing. I'm gonna say that's the MVP of Thanksgiving dinner, 100%. Especially because it's rather unique to Thanksgiving. Yeah, you can have it other times of the year, but I've never had stuffing besides, I guess, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So because
Very
of that,
good.
I'm gonna be choosing stuffing. And it's also it goes with I think everything else we've already named in the draft as well. So boom, stuffing.
That would have been my number 2.
This is actually a really brutal draft to have the last pick of.
It is. Hot sports take. I know I'm very picky.
I mean, hot
I
food take.
Can't fucking stand stuffing.
What?
I don't know what it is.
It's delicious.
You
Weird.
can't.
It doesn't make sense.
You're not allowed to wake up on Thanksgiving.
No,
and
just
go to the dinner.
Stay home.
No.
If I
Stay
slip into
home
a
this
coma,
year.
Stuffing is literally second to turkey.
Stay
pretty
home this
much.
Thanksgiving for the sake of
Don't-
society.
If I slip into a coma and die, will you feel bad for saying that?
Just,
No.
I mean, just for the day of Thanksgiving. If you wake up, but as long as you wake up Friday, I'm fine with it. But if you
No,
die
no.
forever,
Here,
then
I'll
feel bad.
speak at your funeral. I'll be like, Cam was a pretty good guy, although he hated stuffing. So.
Fuck
weird
him.
thing, yeah.
You know what?
I think, I think,
He had this coming.
I think, yeah. I think
resent
the world
him.
might be a better place, but I'm not 100%
Cam,
sure.
you self-admittedly say that you have like the palate of a 10-year-old, right?
Oh, I have
4-year-old.
4-year-old is actually
So,
even
I'm
younger.
we also shouldn't be surprised with that take, Joe.
Yeah.
Are you
it's
going to
bad.
draft chicken tenders at some point on this?
Just wait.
Oh, all right.
That'd be funny.
Ding, ding, doo, 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 ding, doo. With the 4th overall pick in the 2022 Best Thanksgiving
Thanksgivings.
dishes,
God, you can't even get
Draft.
my announcement right. Getting
Bossman selects.
Getting absolutely shafted today. I'm just gonna do rolls, bread, poppers, whatever your dinner roll of choice is.
Hawaiian rolls.
I think basically everything we've named, those 4 things, is a pretty complete plate.
Agreed.
There's obviously more that'll come, but I think those are your 4 essentials right there. That's the Mount Rushmore, I believe, of at least your main dishes. There's obviously things we haven't said yet, but I think you got to throw rolls in there and you're set.
True.
You just have to.
Yeah.
All right. Ding, ding, doo, 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 ding, doo. With the 5th overall pick in the 2022 Best Thanksgiving Dishes Draft, I myself, JJ, select. Ooh, this is tough. We're at the clock, aren't we? Ooh, I'm going to go with sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Oh,
went
man,
with-
so good.
You went with mashed potatoes and then sweet potatoes. That's
Oh,
Yeah, you're a
yeah.
potato guy.
It's an
huh?
interesting-
Big potato guy. I mean, I honestly probably would have had stuffing, but they're off the board. Or even biscuits or Hawaiian rolls, but I'm going with the next
what
one.
What did you just say?
They're off the board.
Beef and biscuits? Is that what
No,
you just
stuffing and biscuits and Hawaiian
said? I
rolls.
thought you said
you did say beef and biscuits.
you said
Whatever,
beef
biscuits.
and biscuits.
Whatever.
What the fuck?
Biscuits and
You're just eating fucking
biscuits.
McDonald's
Well,
breakfast
I'll take
sandwiches
beef.
for
Big beef
Thanksgiving.
guy on Thanksgiving.
I love
Um,
beef.
Where's the beef?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good bit. No, I love sweet potatoes. You never have enough sweet potatoes. Okay?
Cam's never even heard of that.
Have you ever heard of sweet potatoes?
He's like, is that a
Yeah.
fruit?
Never had them though.
Oh.
I've never tried them. Isn't that weird?
Oh, is that a person? No, like especially like I love sweet potatoes no matter how they're prepared, but like typically with the
So
marshmallows.
even burnt to shit, you'll eat
Yes.
them? Okay.
Love it.
Same thing as a yam,
Psychopath.
right?
Love it.
Same thing?
Essentially, yeah.
I
It's a
actually,
yam.
yeah, I have no idea what a yam is.
I think it's the
I'm-
same
I'm
thing.
dead-
So
I'm
isn't
dead
sweet
serious.
potatoes? They don't
Yams.
normally serve them with like marshmallows and stuff, but yams they'll serve them with marshmallows and stuff.
So I thought they were the same thing. I thought
Okay.
yam is a sweet potato.
All right, we have the internet. Let's see.
We have technology.
What's the
It's like
difference?
candied yams.
I'm already
isn't
on
that
it.
a thing?
Yams are perennial. What is that word?
Yams are
Perennial.
starchy and have a rough brown exterior. But
Just
so
say
do
it.
potatoes.
Look up it. Are they
What?
the same as sweet potatoes?
Sweet potato and a yam.
I don't know what half of these words are. In
Okay,
this
so it says
description.
So it
Yeah.
says so-called yams are in fact sweet
Yeah,
potatoes.
that's what I just see. So I think people call them yams, but I think really yam is like the tomato or
Well, look,
potato
now
itself.
this
but
website
like,
is claiming that they're different.
you know what? I bet
Collusion.
it's like a southern thing. I bet because that looks like a regular potato.
You get the
It's
yam.
it's an arbitrary thing.
Yeah, I bet you the
potato
Midwest.
potato.
I think in
Yeah,
the
okay.
Midwest when we say yam, we really mean sweet potatoes. But I love sweet potatoes. They're my next pick. All right.
You're the
Ding, ding, ding. I was actually waiting for
Everyone
the
just
for the
stared at
sound.
each other.
All right.
Fucking hell.
Ding, ding, doo, 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 ding, doo. With the 6th overall pick in the 2022 Best Thanksgivings. Why do I keep saying? I think of givings.
Listen.
Best Thanksgiving Dishes Draft. Producer Cam selects.
Bush Light
That's solid.
or beer in general, but I
no.
drink
Okay.
Bush Light because you start cooking the turkey at like my dad puts it on the grill at like 6 a.m. Crack a beer right
Beer.
away, and then you're just drinking all day because it's a holiday. It's an excuse to get
Yep.
drunk.
Yep.
Bush Light's the best part about Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Bush lattes. Okay, I like that. All right. Doon, 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 doon. With the 7th overall pick in the 2022 Best Thanksgiving Dishes Draft, Wag selects.
I'm going to have to go with cranberry sauce. I know that can be iffy for some people. Some people hate it, but I'm a big fan of cranberry sauce. Also, another hot take, it's better in a can than fresh. I'm going to also say that as well.
So are cranberries in general off the board?
Yeah.
Cranberry.
Yeah, I mean,
Cranberry
no,
sauce and cranberries.
It's the same thing.
I mean, they're really the same.
Yeah, I mean, they're just different forms of the same food,
Okay.
right? So, yeah, but off the board.
Then as in the words of the late and great Louis Anderson, the cranberries. That was a great bit. He was making fun of his mom always forgetting something when they're like almost done eating.
Jake, calm down.
All right.
Jake's having an episode.
Ding, ding, doo, 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 ding, doo. With the 8th overall pick in the 2022 Best Thanksgiving Dishes Draft, Bossman selects
Pumpkin pie.
Oh,
Solid
Pumpkin pie with
Very
some whipped cream.
whipped.
If you're a fan of Family Guy, Coof Whip. Yeah, pumpkin pie, Cool Whip. A lot of people, I think, pumpkin pie is a very much either love or hate kind of thing. You either love it, you either hate it. I love it. Really, I love all types of pies, but pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving. My aunt makes a great pumpkin pie, and I always look forward to that for dessert, even if I don't have room for it. So,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's, do you guys do you only do pumpkin pie normally, or normally my family have like 2 or 3?
There's
kinds.
apple, blueberry.
Yeah.
There's
We do-
options, but
We do like pumpkin and pecan, some shit like that.
There's like the chocolate
Ooh,
pie or whatever.
Yeah, French silk kind
Banana
of
cream
thing.
pie.
Yeah.
Good. French.
there's not a bad pie out there. Maybe a cream pie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe a cream pie. Just a general cream pie.
That might lead to children.
Oh,
That's the only negative one I can think of.
said cream pie. All right, we're moving on to the final round of the 22 Best Thanksgiving Dishes Draft. Ding, 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 ding. With the 9th overall pick in the 2022 Best Thanksgiving Dishes Draft, I myself, JJ, select. I have a list here.
Every time.
Green bean casserole.
Okay, that's solid.
Green bean casserole.
Throw it away.
Just solid. Oh, it's amazing. It's so fucking good.
Cam, is that
It's just-
because there's a vegetable in it?
Have you even tried it before?
I eat vegetables just raw, and I hate green beans. So
But you don't even really
You
taste
ate
the green
everything,
beans.
Cam. Come on.
This stuff is
Fucking hate-
amazing. Like
No,
there's
it's
like a
not.
gravy-esque sauce, like a what is it called? Like a
It's like an
cream
unhealthy
chicken.
version
So
of
wait,
green
let me
beans.
get this straight. You prefer vegetables raw, straight up,
Yeah.
rather than
cook.
added in a way that makes them way more unhealthy but way more tasty.
Correct. I'm healthy.
What the
I don't know
fuck?
I don't know what you want from me.
Have you ever tried a green bean casserole?
You are not healthy.
I'm not healthy.
You should try it this
I'm not,
Thanksgiving.
I'm not unhealthy, but
You're half healthy. That's the way I live.
You're a thief.
yeah, I have, and it sucks.
Oh. I don't think. Okay, well, I don't think you've tried the right green bean casserole. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Jake, you need to make him. You're gonna make him green bean casserole,
Well, it might not be very
Fry
good.
your
I'll bring
fresh
some leftovers.
recipe.
or have your mother make it.
My mother.
Have a Midwest mom make him green bean casserole. He will like it.
Your
Oh, are you
mother's gonna
saying
waste
his
her
dad
time.
can't make it?
Oh.
Nope.
Does Wally cook
It has to
anything
be
for Thanksgiving, Jake?
No.
No.
I won't either. Going forward.
Oh, shit.
Maybe I
Wow.
will.
You're
Maybe.
making this.
What happens when you die alone? Are you just gonna?
Canceled.
I'll figure it out.
gonna-
I'll figure it out.
Jake's gonna be the guy who goes and gets a strip club.
No,
buffet
I
on
mean,
Thanksgiving.
I'll
yeah.
try to. I'll try to cook, but
Hell
I'll be
yeah.
so bad at it. Like I'll butcher every fucking. It'll be like in Christmas Vacation when he cuts open the turkey and it just psh, and like it's just
Yeah.
all burnt to shit. Like that's what will happen to every single dish. All right, ding 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 ding. With the 9th overall pick in the 2022 Best Thanksgiving Dishes Draft, producer Cam selects.
So every main thing that I like is gone. So I'm gonna go with, because we usually have these around Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's more of like something you eat before. You know those holiday nuts that you have to use the nutcracker to crack?
Oh yeah,
Those things.
Walnut?
Top tier.
Is that walnuts?
Well, there's a bunch of different ones. So
Yeah.
that would be my third round
So
pick.
does
'Cause I don't like
holiday,
anything
holiday
else.
nuts?
Holiday nuts.
Hell yeah.
in your mouth.
Hell yeah, dude.
Holiday nuts in your
Dude,
mouth.
fuck yeah.
what was your first round pick
I got
again?
turkey, Bush Light, and holiday nuts.
Well, you could.
What
have
a-
there's
what
still,
a
there's,
list.
What a
Dude,
spread.
Let's go.
there's still another thing you could have
Dude,
picked.
if
that
we do a
chose
poll,
yet.
that
What?
thing's definitely winning.
I mean, I'm not going to list it because I don't want to give it away.
Yeah,
to them.
there's not.
Okay, fine. Well, we'll move on. All right. Ding, 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 ding. With the 10th, or no, is it the 11th?
Yeah, 11.
11.
Oh, yeah, so I said you were the 9th.
Oh, well.
Whatever. With the 11th overall pick in the 2022 Best Thanksgiving Dishes Draft, Wag selects.
If this dish is going to be dependent of like where your family is from, I guess. We have something called lefse.
Oh, that was literally an honorable mention.
Yeah, all the time, and I love it. My great grandma's the one who actually makes it and prepares it. She is from Norway, so
very Norwegian.
So there we go.
It's so damn good.
Lefse's great. I would have put it on mine, but we don't eat it.
I'm
so
surprised that you even like know what lefse is.
I'm
Considering you just don't
shocked.
try that many foods.
You have a palate
No,
of a
I do.
4-year-old.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
But he eats vegetables raw.
Yeah,
Raw.
so it's
Vegetables.
healthy.
Raw
It's
only.
healthy, man.
dude, growing
It's not
up,
healthy.
like there's a specific way to cook lefse. Like there's like the thin tortilla.
Yeah.
But I remember like my dad growing up would crave lefse so much he would just take like a thick taco tortilla and just put butter in
Sugar.
and sugar. And you're like, I want lefse. I'm like, and it's still good, but like you want
It's
it.
not
with,
the same,
It's not
though.
the same as when
Yeah.
it's fully prepared.
I always think of that meme from that TV show The Bear with the guy from Shameless where he's just standing there looking all depressed in a chef's outfit.
Yeah.
It's like when you try to make lefse and you do that.
Yeah.
That's like where you'd use that meme.
exactly what it is, but it's still probably good. Whatever.
That's kind of like I think it has to be the region of the country we're from. Like the fact that we all know what lefse is. I feel like that's not normal. That like all like four random dudes would know what lefse are in the United States. I don't know.
Even into Wisconsin, I think some people on my mom's side in Wisconsin didn't know what it was. But you also have to have probably very strong Norwegian heritage to
You
maybe
need the
know what it is.
Norwegian roots.
Norwegian.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have a lot of.
What is lutefisk? Is that also Norwegian?
I think that
Yeah,
is
it's
as well.
fucking
Yes.
gross.
Yeah.
Good thing my family doesn't.
Isn't
do
that with the fish?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
dude,
poison lie or whatever.
Oh, dude, that shit's good.
My grandpa
But-
loved that shit.
Yeah.
it's literally
Sardines.
it's fish
Lutefisk.
jello, dude. That's what
exactly.
it is.
Oh my goodness.
You like it, Jay?
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not the best, but like it's. I liked it.
He
you
was
know,
he was like,
some
oh
salt.
yes, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's good. I like it. All right. Ding ding doon doo doo doon doon doon. With the 12th and final pick of the 2022 Best Thanksgiving Dishes Draft, Bossman selects.
Okay, so I'm just going to preface this, but because I was the last pick of this draft and there's so many limited options, I already know whatever I say I'm going to lose this one for sure. There's not a doubt in my mind. I got dinner rolls and fucking pumpkin pie, so I'm definitely losing. So I'm going to break the rules here, and I'm just going to say football.
You're gonna eat football?
It's a
I like
dish,
it.
isn't it?
It's something. It's
being served to you.
There's a loophole here that I'll tell you guys after the fact, but I'm just going to draft watching football.
Well, it's like you consume food. You're consuming football.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
It's a consumable.
I will say one that went undrafted. People are probably screaming at the radios right now. I didn't take it because we don't have it at Thanksgiving, but it's mac and cheese. Like I think like
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
that's
some people
debatable,
might-
but
homemade mac and
but
cheese.
you're
Last
gonna
year
get
on the show,
roasted
we had an
for that.
argument over that.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
well
I feel
nationally
like-
I think nationally it's a big thing.
And I'm a
Like-
fan of that because mac and cheese
The
is like
South,
a
for sure.
top
Yeah.
5 thing in my life. I love mac and cheese,
And my
but
family never makes it.
Wait.
I was
either.
too afraid to say it because I knew there would just be a flurry of comments. Fucking mac and cheese isn't real Thanksgiving. That doesn't count. Like blah blah blah.
I would have accepted it.
I don't want to deal with it.
You know, no one ended up picking ham.
Yeah, because I think that's
It's
kind of
another
the same.
if,
I
yeah.
brought it up, but I think that's in the same boat of like you're just gonna get roasted for being like people don't eat ham on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Should
So,
we all
yeah.
say one quick honorable mention if we have one?
Sure.
Yeah. I guess Cam, you can go down the table, or how do you want to do it?
Yeah,
Cameron.
honorable mentions.
Fucking the nap that
Raw-
you take.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
that
very
is
good.
Raw
great.
vegetables, Cam.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna say old fashions, I guess.
Oh, that's great too.
Cocktails.
I'm gonna say Bailey's and coffee.
Oh yeah.
That's very good. Creamed corn is very
Oh
good.
yeah, it is.
Jake's got,
delicious.
hold on, everyone. Jake's got 6.
Jake likes
You
cream.
saw- you
yeah,
saw
Well,
the
no,
big
I have a
list?
few more, and then whipped fruit salad.
What?
Yeah.
You ever had the
that-
fruit
that-
salad,
yeah.
the whipped cream
See,
fruit
that's
salad? I had lefse.
that's a way you make healthy stuff taste better.
Yeah,
I would
P
eat
dogs
that,
on there.
But it's
P dogs.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
what
Is
are
that
pea
what I-
dogs?
It's
that-
another Norwegian shit.
Golden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Norwegian's definition of a golden shower.
Norwegians.
I'm scared to look up pea dogs on Google Images.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh
It's
yeah.
literally
Take
just-
safe. search
Another
off.
honorable mention I have is having too many beers and then going and playing catch football in the yard and injuring yourself.
Hell yeah.
No, you have
That's
to
the
do
best.
that too. You wake up with bruises.
Being tired by 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Latvian.
Latvian.
Watching,
Oh yeah, those look pretty good though. I don't know if
Oh,
I've
that
ever
does
had
look
those.
good.
Oh yeah.
Watching the Lions get killed and then how horrible their halftime show could be.
Oh yeah.
that's
Last
always
year
a
was
one.
Big Sean. They don't have a
Yeah.
very high bar to raise this year.
Hey guys, we should all skip Thanksgiving with our families to watch Young Gravy perform before the Vikings
Should
game.
we?
True.
Where is that happening? Outside the stadium?
Yeah, where we saw
I
the
saw-
pregame.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And
Oh,
then I
jeez.
think at halftime, Tyler from
Tyler Hubbard from
Tyler
Yeah,
Hubbard
from-
from
FGL.
He's
from the
he's the F in FGL.
Yes.
from the
Fuck
the
them.
pop group Florida
Yes.
Georgia.
It is
Georgia
funny.
Line.
The Vikings
from the boy band.
Yeah, not the country group.
on the graphic that the Vikings made about that, they said from Florida Georgia Line. I'm like, oh, I don't think you can say that anymore. I mean, you can because he
R.I.P.
was, but
Just don't say that.
I don't know how he feels
Stop.
about it. He probably isn't too happy about
I'm
it.
not gonna lie, I've been to their bar in Nashville, and lots of attractive women attend there. So
Nice.
I recommend. I
Friend.
patronize that bar in Nashville.
It's in Nashville. Every single human being in that city is attractive.
Even I
Oh.
was when I was there, so you're right.
You are all
Yeah,
the time.
even though
Cam, are you
Well,
attractive
thank
in
you.
Nashville?
you saw
Everyone
you
is.
saw
Oh.
something in the bathroom there that was not very attractive. What was that again?
It was fuck. Oh yeah, someone just shat, right?
No. I think they send pictures of
Your
shit
to this number.
number.
Yeah. And when
gross.
I that's what happened. So then I posted that, and then I was an idiot, and I did not expect our fans to do this. Our fans started quote tweeting it with pictures of their own shit, and that's what I was thinking of, because that was disgusting.
Yeah, that's just guys being dudes.
It was literally like, send them this, and they were sending us their
That
shit.
was not the
it's like
intention.
it's like, dude, you see the phone number on the screen.
So yeah, send it to that number.
We don't need to be the middleman here. Good Lord.
Fuck it,
All right, well, that just does it for another episode of It's a Bit, folks. We hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy the football. Hopefully you're listening to this after or you might be listening to this after the Vikings win big against Mac Jones.
Hell yeah.
Remember to buy the JJ sweatshirts, Justin Jefferson Air Jetta sweatshirts. They're only on sale until this Friday, November 25th at 12 p.m. Central Time. For you East Coast people, you like how we specify that? Or you West Coast people, 12 p.m. Central Time on Friday, November 25th. Buy the sweatshirts until then.
Make sure to listen to the Vikings pregame on KFAN before the
on
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving.
game.
Yeah, make sure you're in the car with your family, and they're like, wait, who are these people? Oh, I know them from Twitter.
Turn on the radio. You're listening to the radio on Thursday.
We got a good one planned this week. I promise that. But listen to all the other pods. Go to the website 10ktakesmn.com to read the blogs. Thank you guys as always for supporting us. We'll see you next time.